Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Hey, it's TK the Poet. You already know. So you ain't gotta. Yeah. Y'all know the rest, man. Hey, it's Sunday. You know, happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. You know, got a little music, a little intro. You know, little something different. You know, but welcome to the party. We here. You know, we live in effect. Hey, you know, I got my head braided. You know, thanks to beautifully Nana. You know, she hooked me up for no good old Father's Day. You know, braided up, but they were tight. Woo, man. But hey, looking kind of a little dapper, a little different. I wish y'all could see the bed because she did her thing, man. I might do a 360 for y'all can see, you know, what beautifully Nana can do. Hey, she's a beast in the game. But shout out to my beautiful wife, you know. But you know, we here, man. It's Sunday. It's time to get into some real talk. I got a couple poets that you want to bring up, but before we do that, wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Let me reintroduce myself. Hey, I'm TK the Poet. Y'all already know it, so you ain't got to quote it. If I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. Hey, last time, y'all didn't miss it. Hey, y'all need to go onto YouTube. Look at the YouTube market, Black Room Media. Go check out all our blogs, all our, what we was getting into. Hey, just check all our content out. Hey, if y'all missed Poetry After Dark last Friday, hey, we coming again this Friday. So, you know, if you want to come up, spit your poetry, or if you rap, or you got a couple jokes you want to tell, and see if get your funny bars off. Hey, come up here, y'all all are welcome. You know, this platform is your platform. We're here to change the culture, so we here to stay. It's Poetry Life, but also we have our merch. Hold on, wait a minute. We got our shirts, we got our merch. Shout out to Poetry Life. And yeah, we had turned up this weekend, man. We went to Glen Chicken. Shout out to Glen Kitchen. I said Glen Chicken, but the chicken was fire. Fire. When I say fire, it was fire. Hey, y'all had to go out there to Glen's Kitchen in Dallas, Texas, man. Look it up, man. I ain't got the address down by heart, but hey, I will find out what the information is, and I will shoot it in the comment section for y'all can go test out the food. Hey, it is fire. Look, I spent some money. I spent some money that day. But hey, all of it was good. But shout out to Glenn Kitchen. But we here to talk about some realness. So I'm gonna bring up a couple people to the stage. I'm gonna bring up Finn the Human, the two-time reigning champion of Poetry Life. That is him. What's going on with you, Finn?
Man, another beautiful day, man.
Hey man, it is a beautiful day. Hey, I woke up today. Went to work. Gotta make some quick bucks in real quick before 12 o'clock. And me and wifey chill, watch TV, went grocery shopping. She cooked. No, she actually cooked today, so shout out to her. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna bring up someone else too. I'm gonna bring up the did it done. One of the finalists of Poetry Life Tournament. The finalists. What's going on with you, Don?
Good, man. Like he said, it's a beautiful day, man. Had the whole day to myself, so.
Hey, and, and look, we have to bring up somebody else. Miss Nikki Royale. She's in the building. Let's go.
Hello, hey, in the kitchen.
Yep.
Per usual.
Hey,
How y'all doing today?
good.
Nikki pulled up on us, man.
I know. What,
Hey,
Pulled up on us.
so what you cooking? What you cooking?
oh, making some spaghetti.
Uh,
Spaghetti
trouble,
today.
trouble right there. Let's not talk about the spaghetti. That's the topic of the conversation. How women trick you with the spaghetti.
Oh
Wow.
God.
Oh,
Definitely.
hey, man, they do be doing that voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Putting little
Voodoo.
in the spaghetti.
We
It's
got
like,
we got to get that sauce recipe.
mm-mm.
Well, I don't have no sauce to put in anything, so no extra sauce.
Hey, we got one
Never.
more person. Up here. I want to bring up Miss Black Jane. Let's bring her up. Black,
Hey.
Oh,
you know,
Yes,
hold on.
sir.
yeah. You pulled up on us today?
I know, right? I really supposed to be doing homework, but I had to come support.
Right on. Hey, we glad we got to have y'all weekend, baby. We appreciate you.
Love
Look,
y'all.
man, Finn,
Look,
you
I
missed
just can't
out
be
so
eating too much, you know.
yeah, man. We enjoyed ourselves, Finn, man. You missed out on a great time, man. You know, we should have went live and let see you
Oh,
peep in, see what the shenanigans that we was all about on Saturday, man.
you ain't had to go live. Don and exclusive. Everybody was keeping everybody updated on what was going down.
We sure was.
Comments and yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Also, man, I looked at the video, man. Hey, the video looked good. I'm gonna do some little editing to it, man. It's gonna,
Oh, you talking about the one I made?
yeah, the one we was at the dad shop. We was playing the poetry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the clip. Oh, I
Perfect dope.
said those.
Hey, we got some work in, Finn.
Yeah.
You know, we got some visuals, some pictures. You know, hey, we got some work in.
Stepped up.
He was literally sweating like it was not cool. I sweated my hair out.
Taking pictures, Finn. Taking pictures.
That's because we ate too much and then we tried to do some work.
No, for real. Lost 5 pounds. Like
Taking pictures.
he
I'm
was
over it. I'm
he
over
was
it.
everything. Bro, it was too much. It was not. We ate. Me and Nikki was in the. You know what I'm saying? We ate
Man, look.
chicken. That don't even go together, but we ate it.
We ate it.
More
It
love,
was
and
it
then
was it was so good.
and then he wanted us to do work. I was like,
Look, hey,
You gotta let me work.
hey, Nikki, how was that salmon?
Listen, let me look. Magically delicious.
magic.
Mm.
For sure.
Magically not missing a bit of flavorful as I don't know what. It was bomb.
Baby.
It was spectacular.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to go back and spend some more money because just like TK said, I spent quite a bit of money because
Look,
I couldn't decide on one thing.
look.
We had to eat everything, bro.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna have to try something different though every time I go.
Man,
I've had the menu, so and then the central menu.
Y'all
So
just gonna have to give me water because I won't be too full. I can't move after I eat.
for sure. I could. Exclusive stopped moving after a while. I was just like, let me just go. Cause we was in the booth. She was on the end, and I had to because she wasn't moving. Type shit.
Yeah, man. Before we get into these topics, I want to give a shout out to all the fathers out there. Today is Father's Day, so shout out to all the fathers out there fathering. You know, shout out to the ones that actually doing their job. Shout out to those, the active fathers, not the weekend warrior dads. Ones that active, No, shout out to the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Not those. It's my time to get them this week. God damn it! No, we ain't talking about those. We talking about the ones that really active. Call your kids on a day-to-day basis. Real
Started
father.
the conversation early. Why not just say Happy Father's Day? You don't do that on Mother's Day. Y'all don't go through and say shout out to only the good mothers. Shout out to only the mothers that's doing their part. Y'all don't do that shit.
People do that. I see people say that all the time.
Facts.
Just Happy Father's Day and leave it at that. That's it.
No, but I gotta shout out the real fathers because we have fake imitation fathers that think they great fathers, but nah, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Look, none of the women said that, Finn. So
But
I'll let your boy.
What one of the women did say it. God damn.
Who said it? He said
Finn with the joke. Ha 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 ha. But you know what I think about that? Hold on. Let me get my sound effect. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I think about that, man. But But no, we need to put a highlight on good fathers, active fathers, you know, and the ones that's stepping up and raising other men child. You shout out to those too, you know. Shout out to all the stepdads, you know. They need their flowers because they raising another seed child that's not even in the picture, or he just showing he's stepping up to the plate. That's it.
Right.
So,
Right.
shout out to them.
But see what I'm
Home plate.
it's a given. It's a given. When you say Happy Father's Day, you're talking to the good fathers. It's a given. You don't have to specify. You don't have to say, I'm not talking to this specific person. You just say the people that know what they doing the right thing know that it applies to them. The people that's doing the wrong thing know it don't apply to them. You don't need to separate it because you don't do that otherwise.
But you know what though? I really don't care because at the end of the day, they need to feel slighted in a bit. You understand? Feel slighted, feel some type of way. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all, the ones that don't take care of their kids. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I don't care. What you gonna do? Get mad at me because they ain't doing their job? What? Okay, I digress. But I'm gonna bring somebody else up to the stage.
Uh
I'm
oh.
gonna
Uh
bring
oh.
a exclusive, exclusive.
Hey.
Hey, ladies.
Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
I miss y'all already.
Right.
Outside was outsiding yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Jane because I know she was driving from one side of the goddamn planet
Yeah,
to
shout
the
out to
other.
her.
So thank you again, Mama. I appreciate
Good,
you.
good.
Nah, bro, you pulled up and she spent some money. We always was kicking.
Baby.
Okay.
Right. Nah, I miss
Oh,
y'all.
so let's get into the first topic.
Uh-oh.
Since it's Father's Day,
Because it is that.
so women that have kids, y'all seen your baby daddies Happy Father's Day if they not active?
How would you know that?
Oh, you know.
Who? I'm talking to the ones, exclusive, Nikki Royale.
I need to
If
know
Okay.
something
That
about
on
you know,
a that on a that don't apply to me. My kids with their daddy right now. They always with their
oh,
daddy.
okay, 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 okay. But
Period.
someone say, hell no, they don't. Oh, okay, okay. Shout out to the comment section. No, let me see who's popping off in the comment section, because I don't see the name. But why not though? If they, just say if a man, if he knows that he can't take care of his seed the proper way, he just, he slide back because he ain't got no good things to, teach him or no values to put into a child. Is he wrong for stepping back?
That depends. In what way is he stepping
thing.
back?
Oh, I would
Right,
have some
because
questions.
financially it's not a reason. Financial is not a reason.
No, let's ask the real question. You're talking about an active father. What's an active father? Is it just a financially active father? Is it there in person? Like what? How do you
What I call an active father
Active
is
is active.
right.
It
Like
ain't no definition. It is what it is. Either you there or you not.
if it's just like
Actively.
how active women are. Women have their kids 24/7. So are you having the load, or are you meeting her halfway, or you allowing her to do everything and you just do like 10% of it? How active is like, okay, I'm doing as much as you do. I'm putting
Here's
in the
my
same
thing.
effort.
You can say that a father, okay, in the perspective of Finn, right? Saying that, does that depend on if it's financial, not financial? Are you only saying money, blah, blah, blah? But you could be married to somebody that's deployed in the military and you only see him 2 or 3 times a year, which means he only sees his kids 2 or 3 times a year. That's your husband. Y'all all in the household. He is an active father, but he's active away at work. So all he can be is a financier in the capacity of fatherhood and then see his children when he's home. So
Well,
in
that's
that
different.
case scenario, that's all he can contribute. I respect you more for saying, hey, look, I ain't shit. But I want to make sure that you got this baby taken care of. So whatever you need in order to sustain that, so be it. I know mothers who have special needs children. The father is not as active because he doesn't know how to control or handle that child as well as the mom does dealing with her son or daughter with special needs. So again, he is the financier. That's the only position he honestly is willing to take and is good at. So can you fault him for that? Because I'd rather that than send him over your house and he end up with a broken neck, or he ends up out of sorts, he or she end up out of sorts because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Okay. I mean,
hold on, I'm confused real quick. So Nikki, you're saying active means you actively involved, and then exclusive, you're telling me that there are examples of active father, but because of circumstances, you're not actively there, like in military or, working out on an oil rig or some shit like that, being a sailor, to where you're still an active part of the family, but you're not around.
So active financially, yeah.
I mean, but you need to be there emotionally.
But I'm saying this, so guys who work out on like the oil rig, they'll be out there 3 months at a time, 3 months straight, come back, be home for like 2 weeks, and then go back for 3 months again. So it's like you're not there emotionally, and you don't really have access outside of designated times to be there emotionally. Is that still an active father? Is what I'm asking.
Is there an understanding, or you just then went ghost?
That's the difference.
This is the man had this job before you had his kids.
Yeah,
okay, understood. But so then there's an understanding there. I knew what you were doing. I wasn't expecting for you to quit that job.
Ready to make the commitment. Raising a child.
That too.
So I mean, so say he got the job after the fact. Okay, you had the kid after the fact, but now this put you in a more financially stable position. Before he was working at Wendy's, and now he's working on an oil rig making 6 figures. But he's not. Is he still an active father? Is what I'm asking. Does the money replace the man in the house? Is what I'm
getting. If you ask him that, he'll tell you yes, he's an active father because he took the job to be able to provide better for his children. If you ask that man that question, if you pose that question to that man, that is what he's going to say. So,
yep.
But I'm asking y'all.
He doesn't.
I'm not a man. I'm not a man. That's why I said it depends. Like your question was, what do we consider active? So my answer is that depends on what the understanding is according to active. Is active showing up and picking them up 2 days a week, but you a crackhead, so you taking them to the trap house?
Or are we talking about the guy who works a 12-hour shift 6 days a week and then does Uber and Lyft his day off? So the only time he's at the house is sleeping. Like, is that
a lot of that's everybody these days?
That's moms and dads at this point.
Yeah, you're describing everybody. Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, but he, in that sense, he's checking off the provider box, so that's accurate for me. Because provider, and, making sure everything is good. So he's checking off that box, being active. Now, if it's hard for him to get to the other aspects, emotional, mental, spiritual, and things like that, that's what we're gonna have to get better at and stuff like that. But he's active. He's doing what he's supposed to do for his family. And there's many ways for a father to be active.
Right. So in that same scenario, but the mother and father aren't together. So he's working just that much, providing, but the mother and father are not together. Is he still
but he's providing.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about we understand that.
Because I'm sure the child.
Now, if you're doing all of that, and I still got to cook, clean, raise this kid, finance this kid, and you're only you're nowhere, and I have to do everything, then yeah, you're not an active father because I'm basically doing everything. But if you're contributing in some aspect voluntarily, not because I had to drag the man into it, we had to take you to court, somebody had to make you give me a coin. I'm talking about you're volunteering and you're providing. that's your reasonable service that you feel like you're doing to your son or daughter, then yeah, you're providing. But if I'm handling everything solo and the only thing I get from you is a bunch of fucking lip about how you don't like the way I parent, you can get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But see, there's a difference between a father is out making money and he's active, but he want to do more. He want to be there, and there's a difference between someone that don't want to be active, that don't want to be there,
Right.
don't want to step up. There's a difference. Yeah, if you're
Right.
providing for your family, you got a job, you out. You say you working in the NBA, you can't be at home
Same
24/7
kind of
on
thing.
the road, but you still providing. You still there. You just your job takes you on a different path. Now it's different
Right.
when the man
Fact.
have responsibilities and like, well, he say, "Fuck 'em, I don't want to do them this week." Like, no, there's something.
I mean, so my
Totally
little brother,
different.
he had a child, and he in the military. He actually got out of the military because he wanted to be more involved. But he was still active. He still called his daughter every single day. He was overseas and everything. He still financially supports the child. But he got out the army so he could be more involved because she's getting older. So it's like you have to make sacrifices, you have to compromise in
So
order
would it
to be active.
would he still be considered an active father if he had that 6-figure job on the oil rig where he wasn't able to be there physically or emotionally
We just
supporting?
said, yeah, like they can't. That question been answered like 3 times over. Next question.
Yeah, I haven't finished my question, so how the fuck did it get answered? It's a different question.
Because you keep asking the same question.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is if he quit that job to go work at Wendy's part time, and now he's not able to provide. Now he's not the provider. He's not the financial provider. Is he still an active father if he's there in person?
But
Yeah, duh. That's what kids
like when
need.
you
Kids
really
don't care about money, bro. Kids care about memories. They
Right.
Look,
remember
again,
time spent.
you're
What are
trying
you
to
talking about?
imply something that's totally different. Like if he
No.
Yeah, I'm like,
listen, if he quit his job, he's still trying. It's different from someone trying and someone is not trying.
right.
This is where y'all
What
get shit fucked up. This is where y'all get shit fucked up.
You
I ask
getting it. You got it fucked up.
all I do is ask questions. I'm asking questions. That's it.
We
I'm just
answering your questions.
I know. That's the thing. So I'm not implying anything. I'm asking questions. I'm asking
Okay.
clarifying questions. I don't have a dog in this fight. I ain't got no fucking kids. I'm not offended by
when
what
you
y'all
think
say.
about it and you
I'm
really
not.
think about life itself, life is not about monetary things.
It's not.
And you really can raise a family, a life before we had technology, before we had all of these things, all we had was family. So when you think about being an active parent and really being there and raising your child, you gotta really think emotionally. It's not about financial because you could be broke as hell and y'all bonds still be tight as fuck. You could be
Right.
rich as fuck
And your
and
shit
not
be
have no
fucked
connection,
out.
period.
Yeah.
But look, bro. Men provide more than just money, right? But we're talking about fathers today, so for men provide direction, discipline, leadership. They actually provide love. Like there's men love their children just as much as women love their children. We just need to take that idea away that men don't love their children. They do, and they're just in direction. So it's so many things that provide a family way before he even gets and is needed for the child to have both the mother and the father in both aspects of life throughout their journey through life. So
Hold on, Don. You said, are you saying you said don't say that men love their children? You said they don't or they do? Or you
they
saying they
they
do? Okay, listen. So, an inactive father, do you say he still love his kids?
I don't speak on people like because I don't know that person that you're talking about because
No, I'm
it's
just saying hypothetically. We're not talking about no said person. We're talking about an individual, that don't
but
take care of his kids. Do he still love his kids?
but okay.
No.
I can't, like I said, again, I'm not, why I can't say that is because it could be a possible reason why he's inactive. So it's still,
Then why don't you go to court? Why don't you take the steps to be in that child's life?
But I'm just saying from experience, like people can like somebody called my dad inactive. You know what I'm saying? But I live with my dad now. So it's aspects to things that it's more sides to the story than just some person saying that person's inactive. So I can't say in that specific situation because I don't know the situation. That's why I'm not gonna comment on that.
Well, let me say this though. Let me say this real quick. I don't care what excuse you have for you not to be active in your kid's life. I don't care what excuse, because women can't say that. A lot of women can't say that. Oh, uh, here's my excuse for me not raising my kids. Shit, it's up to the mother. If the father step away, the mother have no choice but to raise their kids. So
But
I
women do the same thing. No, I'm sorry, I got to be the devil's advocate. They would throw their kids on other relatives. They would throw them on their mom. They would do the same thing. Because just the same way everybody not cut out to be a dad, every woman not cut out to be a mother.
But I
Three
mean,
times.
you're right. But see, at the end of the day, when the mother give birth, the child goes with the mother. The child don't go with the father.
Not all
But
the time.
But we know when a child comes into this world, it's not always peaches and cream. The mother and father always some kind of like, not always, I'm not gonna say that, but it's a lot of times a lot of conflict between the mother and father before the child even gets here. So that whole aspect of who goes with who and who's raising the child, all that other stuff, it happens before the child gets here because of what their relationship is before the child gets here. So like I said, my father was labeled inactive, but he's very, very active right now. So it's like, and I was made to believe he was inactive and things like that. So it's like so many different things. Like you have to really think about like every scenario. It's not always just like, oh, he just a bitch ass nigga because he ain't taking care of his kids. But it's the reason why like that's probably happening because it's the turmoil between the mother and the father too.
That's very true.
Okay,
Cause
so
it's some bitter baby mothers out here now
Come on,
Yes.
who
come on.
will keep their
Yes.
kid from a father who wants to be active in their lives just because they're upset or hurt and they can't get over themselves to let their kid, that they taking those blessings and that time away from their kid for their own personal vendettas, using the
Exactly.
child as a
True.
pawn,
A
all of those
game
kind of
token.
things.
And,
Yes.
Yeah.
and a lot of times it takes for that child to turn 18 before the father can step up.
Right.
Child
Very
has
Is it,
true.
oh,
Or for
this,
me, 23. So that's
yeah.
when I really got
yeah.
my
Like
father.
like I said, I meant 18 as an adult. Just as
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it takes
Right.
I was just like being more
Matter of
dramatic.
fact, yeah.
It comes to a point where like when I turned 18, I still was saying to people that I don't have a dad. But I live
Yeah.
with my dad right now, you see what I'm saying, at 26. So it's like it's so many different things that go with having a
Right.
father and raising a child.
And there
That
really is. I probably have, well, yeah, well, except for Dawn from the child's perspective. How old are you, Dawn?
26.
26. So you're the same age as my oldest two children. And with that being said, my kids, it did take until they were grown to kind of see from the outside looking in, because the whole time they were on the inside and their dad and I were like Ike and Tina. The kids did become the court battle. It became the control issue. It became the if you don't do this or if you don't do that, then I'm gonna come take the kids. It became horrible. You know what I mean? And at the end of that thing, unfortunately, like some things happened to my children being in the mix of somebody who wanted to be active for the wrong reason. You understand what I'm saying? Like my kids went through unnecessary shit because it was more gain. And I'm cordial with them now. So I'm just talking about in times past. But like my kids got abused hella fucking bad because they were in an environment where it was more convenient for them to be there. Was he active? Yeah, they lived with him. Did he feed them? Yeah, he fed them. Was he married and there was another adult there? Hell yeah, all of that. But at the end of the day, was he really active? Because my kids are still healing from that. Were they really, were they there because he wanted them there, or were they there because it was convenient? It was a check. It was, I've paid child support. I've not seen, I mean, until my kids were older, I didn't see my taxes for years. And that was after I got my kids out of emergency foster care because they were taken from him. No matter how much we screamed and hollered, he looked the better part. So they kept relinquishing my children to someone who at some point wasn't ready anymore or wasn't available for them in the way he needed to be available for them anymore. When I laid down with that man, when I married that man, had I known that ahead of time, but we have still gone forward, of course I'm going to say no. Because I never wanted to see my children go through. Have my kids gone through hell with me? Hell yeah. Was it the same time? I mean, same type? Hell no. Are they still healing? Y'all have heard from mother.
Yeah.
But I'm woman enough to say, hey, yo, I fucked up right here, here, here. So let me try to jump in there and be as active as I can be now, because unfortunately they got scarred where they were. Exactly. So being present doesn't mean you're active either.
That's right.
Because you can be in a household getting your ass whooped, getting molested, getting raped, getting lied to, manipulated. Your perception, their reality becomes your perception because that's where you're at. So you trust your mom, you trust your dad. You don't feel like they getting ready to tell you no crazy shit about the other person or whatever. That's your first love.
So I got a question for the ladies that have kids.
Well said. Well said.
Yes, very, very well said. Because yeah.
So I have a question. If this is just a hypothetically question, and let's say your child father is a scumbag. He has no good in him. Do you allow your kids to go with him for weeks at times, knowing that he has no good intentions in him? The way he lives is like he's not fit to be a father, but he is a father. He have kids, but do you as a woman allow your kids to go into danger?
We don't always get that say so. I say no all day until a judge told me something different. So then is it you go to jail? Have I hid my kid? I'm telling you some real shit. I've hid my kids before.
I would say
like it,
no, like
you don't want to, right, Nikki?
Yeah, no, you don't want to. And then like, it just depends on, because most of the time if they are that kind of person and they live in a dangerous life, most of the time they won't even deal with no courts because they don't want to put themselves in that kind of situation because of the kind of life they also live in. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Some women are lucky enough to be able to say no or keep the kid away, and it's not an issue. And then there are some who will say that, and it is an issue, like what Exclusive was talking about, and then go get the attorney and all that. I've seen someone very close to me go through the same exact thing that Exclusive went through. And so, she's still going through it to this day. So, like,
I tell her reach out. Shit, yeah, I'm available because I get it. I'm always available.
It sucks, you know what I'm saying, and it really does suck seeing somebody really close to you go through something like that.
Hell yeah.
And you can't do anything, and then it's like I can't relate because my situation is different with my kid's dad. And so it's just really hard to like, all I can do is just be there and try to support. But it's just like, that's it, It's a battle. It's like a battle that's hard to fight. It's tough. It's really tough. And like I've seen where she's had all kind of evidence, text messages, all kind of things. And just because he had the money to get an attorney, he got the kids.
Big bank, take little bank.
And it just, when it comes to the kids, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now at the extreme opposite, t-shirt.
Shout out to what you like. Kids, I figured I'd hold up the sign and shit.
Hey,
I
man.
got you.
Look, yeah.
Oh, lot shirts.
You know, mine's in the closet right here, baby.
I'll pull up a selfie or something. I don't know.
I'm putting up my M's. We a member.
Yeah.
Hey, to put my M's.
PLG, PoetryLifeGang.
We'll stick this one. Where am I? There. We'll stick
All
that
right, there you go. There you go.
No, for real.
Like, because there's a lot of fathers out there that think they're ready to be a dad, but the lifestyle they live is really dangerous to themselves. So they really feel like, okay, my baby mama trip, man, she won't let me see my kids and all this other stuff. Like, I miss my kids, I want my kids, but you ain't looking at the lifestyle that you live. Like, you really want your kids to be in danger? Like, if you
Like
want to be a part of your kids' life, hey, shaping up, get right.
Right. Like in Chicago all the time, unfortunately, like where I'm from, people always riding, like you said, the guys is not leading the right kind of lives and they kids be with them because they want to be a father. Because men love to be a father, regardless of what kind of life they live. If they have that father instinct in them, they're going to want to do it, regardless.
Right. Told you.
But as you said, when they not living the right kind of life and the right kind of path, it puts their kid in danger. They riding around with their kid and somebody come and they see them and shoot their car up with their kid in it. Like, it's like you gotta wake up.
Many times that actually happened. Like, there's stories about men being with their kids and they rolling up, shooting, killing him and the kid and stuff like that. And people and they really feel like, oh, I'm a good father. But how can you be a good father if you putting your kids in danger?
Yeah. Right.
So I ask this question: Why are these women having babies with these guys that are living these dangerous lives? Why would you have a child with somebody that you know is not going to be able to be active safely in your child's life? Why would you do that? Why would you put your child and you in a situation that is causing you to say, I can't even let my child be over there for fear of what's going to happen? So why would you have that man's baby?
Okay,
product of environment. It depends on your environment. It depends on where you grew up. It depends on what you grew up seeing. That factors in it so much. Hello, Detroit. What'd you say? Tell them again.
Mentality. The knowledge that
I know the mentality.
Some people psych themselves out to believe something. And a lot of women in those environments, they know better when time is going, but at the same time, they don't give a fuck. They know exactly what the consequences is of dealing with this.
Exactly.
They done seen it plenty of times.
Oh, I know some.
You don't really learn from your experiences. You learn from other people's experiences. So you done probably seen it within your own family, generation after generation, and you still chose to make those decisions to see the red flags of a man who probably does not portray the attributes to even become a father.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is. It's a mind thing. Like,
shit, sometimes you part of the game with them.
So what?
Sometimes you ever heard "Danger" by Erykah Badu? Sometimes you are part of the game too. Fuck, y'all got pregnant. Now what?
Life. Some people
their brother got this complex occupation.
Hey.
Me and this baby. What?
My baby.
And it ain't that he don't have education.
Okay. I was right there at his graduation.
I was at the graduation.
Preach. Minister Erykah Badu. What?
But like I'm saying, speaking of Erykah Badu, South Side, just like where I'm, and I know some women that are soldiers. They knew who they were having a baby with, and they knew what they would raise their children to be too. And their children grew up in that same game, raised to be soldiers.
Right.
Yeah.
They chose that man, and they had that man, and they didn't say, "I don't know what I'm getting into. I'm not going to keep my child from them." They knew what they were getting into, and they were down with it. But then with the other thing, like, you know what you're getting into, but when it gets dangerous for me, to regulate how you're able to spend time with the kids that I had with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
Well, that's not what he asked us. What he asked us was, you know, are they still considered a good father because they know what kind of life they live, and why would they want their kid to be with them if they live in that kind of life?
I mean, you would know better not to have your child in those environments.
You should know better.
Separate it. You will
I mean,
separate it.
but I mean, especially in the dope game, you generate enemies, you know, and you never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be selling drugs where you lay at.
It's not even where you lay at. You know, somebody can probably get the drop on you. You know, you have jackets. You know, look, these jackets are real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you
I
never
think the
know.
only thing to do is to make sure your kid does better than you. That's always a minimum. Like bare minimum. You do better than me. Whatever I'm doing, even if I'm an engineer, I want you to be a lawyer. You know, whatever. Like, and then he's doing something he's not supposed to do. At least do right. Tell him, hey, do right. Don't even do what I'm doing. So I think that's the bare minimum. So I think that's
But
the
you
way.
know, so you know how many fucked up people groom their
That's
kids
kind
up
of
to be
hypocritical.
exactly like them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Like,
right. It's not right. It's not right because because it didn't work for you. It's not working for you. You don't put me in the fire too. Like as a
bro,
child.
look, I got another question. So if a child raised up to know wrong his whole entire life, and just say he was raised to be a killer, and he grew up to start being a killer, is that child wrong? If all
That's
he
all the child knows.
is to kill,
Sometimes mental illness is
That's going back to what we were saying
right.
earlier. You're as a parent,
Product of your environment.
your perception is your reality, and that reality is what your child grows up in. So it becomes their reality until they come into the knowledge of how to form and build their own. But they're still going to be laid with foundational bricks that they got out of your reality. No child is completely 100% parent proof. I don't give a shit if you like them, you don't like them. I don't care if you never even met them. You still wonder. I wonder who the fuck my dad is for real. I wonder who my mom is for real. You're never 100% parent free.
Yeah, because you always want to know.
Even if all you can say is I ain't shit, you know you ain't shit to somebody, to your son or your daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
so do you feel like if a parent they grooming a child to say to be successful, you know, you might not like the way that they grooming you because you want to be your own person, your own individual, but they grooming you to be successful. If
Oh,
you have your if you have your own dreams, do you go after your own dreams or do you go after your parents' guidelines for you to be
I can
successful?
see that right there for sure. That's me. That's me all day. Cause
Okay.
like, my mom, she grew me to be an engineer. Since I was coming out of high school, she was like, "You're good at math, you do engineering." But as you can see, what platform are you life?
Right.
Like, I was always like the artistic type person. Not saying that I couldn't do the job, because obviously I went to school, I graduated, became an engineer. I'm an engineer now, making money. But on my free time, poetry. I want to perform. I want to be on TV. I want to have my own platforms. So I always had that in her when I got older, because it was she turned, like I said, by technicality, y'all see my poem. By technicality, she did everything she was supposed to do. But I just felt like she was pulling me a different way than I was already being drawn to, because I am successful, but it's not what I want to be. This isn't what I dreamed of being when I was a kid. I always dreamed of creating something, not working in a cubicle. Not saying it's not bad, but it's just, I just didn't see myself. And so even now, I'm still drawn to my dreams. I still go for what I'm looking for myself. And so it is an aspect of, you have to listen to your children. Because like, I've pretty much letting her know, like, it's not me. Even when I get into the workforce, I don't even know if I'm gonna get a job, because I don't even know if I'm gonna like the job. Why would I stay there at a job that I don't like? Or that's not really, my type of speed, or it's like, it's hard for me to learn. Like, if I was in the arts, going into college, I probably would have been in a different direction and maybe even more success. because I'm successful now, but I could have been even more successful being in the field that I wanted to be in. So it's an aspect to it though that it's not talked about enough, because she thinks that you shouldn't have anything to complain about because you're good. But it's like, am I good on the inside? Do I feel like I'm where I want to be? I don't.
And I think that's a good thing to keep you always moving and progressing forward. Is if you get too comfortable in the position you're in, you're gonna stay there forever. So if there's always a yearning to do better and to learn more and to be more creative, then it's always going to be there for you to do that and act on that. And I think when it comes with parents and people just in general, people give you the advice and the training from their perspective because that's all they have. So they're like, what would be best for me? I'm telling you what's best for you because I think it would be best for me, not looking at it from an empathetic way, but more as a, this is how I would have done it, and I'm older, so I've got the experience in life, and it doesn't always work, you know. I mean, I think one of me and my 2 out of 6 of us kids didn't go to college. My parents were real big on, you know, going to school and getting the education. This shit wasn't for me. I didn't want to do it. Now, me and the one kid that didn't go to college were the financially the most successful out of all of the other kids. But we didn't follow the rules the way that the path that was set up. I had to bump my head against the wall so many times and learn through my mistakes and struggle and hustle and do what I had to do, but to find the path that I'm in, and it's still not where I want to be, but that's something to push and move forward.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's something that I've always done with my kid too. Like my son, he's a very tall young man, and so all his life, everybody always was like, "Oh, you should play basketball. He should be in basketball. He should be in basketball. He should do, you know." And so he was always pressured to play basketball. He had coaches always approaching him. We was in Florida on vacation. He had a college coach trying to recruit him. Okay. But my son never was into sports like that. He loved game. He a gamer. So I always made sure that I always let him know basketball is not your only path. You can do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to play basketball, you don't have to. Told him the same thing about college. I was like, you know, don't waste money going to college if that's not what you want to do. Like, these are conversations I've always had with my kids. I try to keep a very open forum with them to let them know you have choices. Don't let nobody put you in a box. I'm your mom and I'm not putting you in a box, so don't allow no one else to put you in a box. And you know, my son, he'll be in 11th grade next year, and I'm like, you know, I'm always asking him, do you know what you want to do after high school and all those kind of things. He was like, yeah, I want to go give me a trade. He said, I want to either be a plumber or electrician. Fine, they make good money. If that's what you want to do it. But I'm not forcing you to be like, no, you need to play basketball. No, you need to go to college because that's the way to do it. Because it's not. It's so many different paths, and it just sucks that so many children are given those expectations to do things that something that they don't want to do versus something that they feel they would be more successful in themselves, like Don was talking about.
But you know what's so crazy about society and us as a culture? If we're in high school, we 6'3", 6'4". They only look at us as athletes. They don't look at us as anything else. They don't look at us to be the next president or be the next judge or to be the next lawyer. Oh, you 6'3", you 6'4", you supposed to play sports. No, you can't do anything else.
Right.
Yeah, they look at you crazy like, nah, I don't want to hoop. I don't want to play football. And they look at you like you cuss them out like.
Man, trust me, like I have went through that so much with my son, y'all, it's not even funny. And I just had to make sure, like, it was a constant conversation because I didn't want him to feel forced to do nothing or to feel like he had to do it to please somebody.
Yeah, up to a certain age, I agree with that. I think when the kids are young, you need to put them into things and to get them more involved and see different aspects of things. Same thing with like trying food. your 2-year-old ain't gonna want to eat the broccoli off the rip. But
Right.
you're gonna make them eat the broccoli, and I think that goes with a lot of aspects in life. You get them involved in different stuff, get them involved in sports or different kind of social activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how you learn, and that's how you grow, and then that also helps develop you into finding out what you do want to do.
Right.
So,
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
So on this wonderful Sunday, Father's Day, did y'all spend time with your fathers? If they still present?
My dad was working. He
Oh,
probably
he
took
was.
back, so he was working.
I don't got no comment.
No.
Well, mine isn't the best situation. So unfortunately, my dad, he's in a facility, a long term care facility. So I yeah, it's not the same for me.
But you know what? Today, Father's Day, like my father, he passed away like last, like almost little about 2 years ago. It's been about 2 years ago. Been about 2 years, and like he was never like really active or involved in my life. I seen him every time to time, but I didn't see him as much as I. But the last 3 years of his life, we became close. We started talking, having conversations, and I'm like, man, this feels good because that's the only parent that I have alive was my dad. So I was like, man, do I want to stay angry at this man just because he wasn't there? Everybody made mistakes. You know, do I want to judge him off of what he didn't do? Is he the same person? Because I started thinking about myself, like, am I the same person that I was 5 or 10 years ago? So, I like, okay, I'll give him a shot. So, me and him started talking, and then he came and told me the truth. Cause I got questions, and I'm gonna ask my questions. So I'm like, Pops, why was you there? And he's like, man, son, to be honest, like my father treated me so well when I was growing up. He gave me everything that I ever wanted. I never needed for nothing. And he said, when I couldn't do that for y'all, that made me feel less than a man. I couldn't provide for y'all. I couldn't give you the things that my dad gave me. So he said, man, I just left. You know, I got on drugs. My life was shit. I wasn't living. He told me I wasn't living no wonderful life. I was homeless under a bridge. And he's like, man, my life was shitty until I found you know that I have to change my life. So he telling me that he had heart problems and stuff like that. But like I said, the last 3 years of his life really taught me something about life and just not knowing what a person go through as human beings and stuff. We judge a person because that person wasn't acting, that person was active in my life or stuff like that. But people have mental issues that they go through in their mind, and sometimes we are worst enemy. But for him to be honest and tell me like, look, I couldn't be that father. It's not that I didn't love y'all, I didn't want to be there. It's just in my mind I wanted to be my father and I couldn't.
And
So
see, that's why I said I would never comment on someone saying that that's an inactive parent, because you'd never know the situation.
go out.
It's real.
I saw him, and because like you said, it's mental issues. It's the turmoil between the parents. It could be his financial, and because for a long time, my dad could not provide for me, for many different reasons, because he was just trying to get on his feet. He had things he was dealing with. And he wanted to be there emotionally, spiritually, giving guidance and things like that, but couldn't. So that one aspect that he could not do, he was judged for the rest of his life, for his whole life. And it's just not fair, because it's just it's so many, like you said, he's human. Just like my mom is human. She's not perfect. So just to label somebody inactive, not saying that they're not. There are people that are inactive for whatever reason they are inactive for, but not everybody is inactive because they don't want to be.
Well, I mean, that is true. That is most definitely true. But you do have a lot of men that's in their head thinking that they doing a good job, which they really not.
And that's true. That's what I'm saying. It's two sides to the coin. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Their perceptions and reality.
like
Mm-hmm.
it's so many different things. Life is just an interesting entity. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different things that could go on that it's all unique. Everybody's experience is unique.
So since we trying to get the Father Day stuff, talk about men and being a great father and what women want and won't accept of being a father and stuff like. But I'm gonna switch the topic though. Now, since we're gonna give it up for the ladies, so this might be off the wall, off subject, off the dome, just off period.
Oh
So
my God.
women in relationships, is masturbation in a relationship wrong?
No. No, it's not. No, it's not. This,
No.
Is he in the same room, or you mean y'all separate?
because
I'm
you got
If you can hear my laugh.
scenario. Like, know
I
this.
mean, he can be in the room, but he can like get one out right in front of you. Like, is that wrong?
Man, master.
I mean, what reason would you have to do that if I'm there?
Y'all were in bed together. He rolled over to try to get him some. You said no, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna beat my meat." So he beat his meat. He ain't get out of bed.
Oh, no, that's no.
It's not master
Oh, Lord Jesus.
it's for me.
I mean, is that wrong?
For me. You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't see why not. I mean,
I don't. I think it's a.
I would rather that than you cheat. You know what I mean? If you gotta go in the living room and busting up with couch potato or whatever, then
But
go ahead, do the thing.
masturbation.
Ladies, I'm gonna let y'all know something about men. I don't care if y'all have sex 12 times a day, 15 times a day. You could have sex 30 times a day. He's still gonna find a time to beat his meat. That's just one.
So women do the same thing. Let us let you know something too, goddamn me.
That has nothing, my thing is, I said masturbation has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with me. This is
Yeah,
me. This is me.
because and every time that you had sex with me, that just went in the spank bank up here. So now I got new material I need to get off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Here's another question.
Shit.
If your man tells you like, look, yeah, I get out from time to time, but I be thinking about other women. Would you feel some type of way?
you're gonna get thumped. Cause I'm like right here. Like, what are you doing?
Nope, because shit, I'm like, I'll be thinking about other women too, so I get off that way. So, shit, what else?
I
What else
mean,
you got?
Go off then.
Shit, I'm just saying, like, okay,
Sheesh.
like, nigga, what you could do?
Best comeback. It'll be best comeback ever. Me too, motherfucker.
Okay, like, okay.
I
I ain't the end all be all in this motherfucker either. The hell you talking about?
I was gonna say men are more visual. Men are more visual
We
stimulus.
visual too.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying though, so it's not gonna be about I'm thinking of this other woman while I'm at. No, it's more like I'm watching a fucking video. Or
Exactly. Shit. Keep the videos on the phone. What you mean?
That's cool.
yeah. So it's not like I'm thinking of Cindy that I work with while I'm beating my meat. It's not that. It's
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
I got visual stimulation in front of me.
Right.
I'm glad you clarified that. I'm glad you clarified that. That was I needed that clarification.
I got you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So okay, so Finn, if you're hypothetically speaking, if your chick come to you and says, look, I'll be getting off, when you're not here, but I'll be thinking about, oh boy around the corner.
Well, then she needs to go ahead and go to old boy around the corner because
exactly. I already knew the answer to that motherfucking question.
old boy around the corner waiting on you. He got open arms. He gonna take care of you,
But,
love you the way that you want to be loved. God damn it.
But she don't want him.
Well, then she don't need to even bring that to my motherfucking attention because now you just disrespected me and left me out to have that in the back of my mind about that. No, that's something you should have kept to your motherfucking
So do you believe you can't tell your mate everything?
You can't.
But see,
No, I'm not.
You can, but there's a difference. There's a difference. So if my mate is actively thinking and being attracted to somebody else to where they're pleasuring themselves to the thought of that other person, then that's leading on to bigger issues. That by itself is not going to be the cause for the breakup, but that is definitely the prelude to like what the fuck is really going on.
Right. Because it's gonna happen.
I can't tell nobody everything. Period.
She already leading.
And nobody does that. And if people do say they do that, they're fucking wrong.
Talking about it, not the conversation leading to the breakup. What you're doing is leading to the breakup. So it is, regardless of how ugly, crazy, nasty, just disgusting and dark it could be. I do believe in talking about everything because eventually, I mean, like he said, what's gonna happen is gonna happen anyway. It's better to communicate every time. I'm the type. I'm for real. Like I'm the youngest, but I'm still the type. Like we don't go to sleep angry. We're going to talk about this, or we're going to stay up all night. I'm games. I'm turning off TVs. We're staying up all night to talk about it. And I've done those things. I'm not playing. But I've been thankful for that in the long run too, because regardless of where we're at, we talked about it. We had clarity, understood each other, and we grew together.
Okay. So we have
what I'm saying, the difference is if the old lady says, or I know that this is the old lady's favorite porn star, and I know that's who she watches and what she gets off to, and that type of porn she likes and shit. Okay, I get that. I got my favorites. You know what I'm saying? That's different than next door neighbor is in my mental all the time while I'm getting off.
Okay, so what about this being if your chick says she has a favorite porn star that she has to watch, but she only watch that only specific person?
I'm a stick on that.
Are you cool with that?
Don, what you mean?
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. That's a relationship.
Yeah,
that's a relationship, dog.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You watch the porn, you watch what you like. You like what you like. You're attracted to what you're attracted to, and that visual stimulant, fine. Now, if you start getting in that porn star's DMs, we got a fucking problem.
How do you find that? I'm sorry. That's my fault. Did y'all even?
How you find that? But I mean, like,
I have the porn stars that I'm the most visually attracted to, and the shit that they into is the shit that I'm into. So I'll watch it. I hear what you said.
We can be in the same room together because we think the same thing.
Hey, we can have a watch party, goddamn me. You feel me?
Everybody take a vote.
Hell.
Pick your two faves.
But you know what's so crazy? I used to talk to a chick, and she told me that was cheating.
I'm telling
you, me watching porn. She said that was cheating, and she was like,
"No, passing the DVD player, going out the door and pulling up at a bitch house is cheating." Or calling somebody, or laying. I don't give a fuck who you looking at on TV. If I come out there and catch you, maybe I could get me in a couple. But at least you're not outside or on the phone with a live, you know what I mean?
No, I get what you get coming from, though, because I was with the girl that she was like, no, I want all of it for me. I want all your nuts for me. It was weird. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you that I give it all to you, but I'm still gonna beat my meat though. That's just gonna happen.
That's crazy. Wow. No.
So look, I got another question. Just say
Spanky Johnson.
your dude, he he has a high sex drive. How many times do we have to come home late? Like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. How many times do we have to come in the house that late?
How many times do I got?
Oh, that's a different aspect to it.
Don't play with it. Listen, baby, let me tell you something about me. Ain't no such thing as turning the table on me, because I'm gonna turn that motherfucker back on you so fast you gonna spin. Don't play.
Ooh.
What?
So you telling me if you found out that your significant other was stepping out, you'll step out too?
No, I just said how many times do I got?
I guess it's as many times as you give them. I guess.
No, because guess what? If I have a baby, I'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, because how many times I've heard so many times for a dude to say, I couldn't handle it if you treat me the way I treat you.
Right. So
I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would be ghost the first time. You see that shit on TV, look.
Right. So that's why I said, how many times do I get?
Right.
But that's true though. But the shit is true though.
See?
Just like no, because I'll tell you like this. She got one time to be out 3, 4 o'clock in the morning without no explanation where we can't talk about it. She tells me to mind my business, or I'm grown. What the fuck? Okay, see your grown ass on there.
One time, baby. One time. What happened to? You gone?
Yeah, we kicked them out. They were being unruly.
Really, Finn? Really?
I have no control over that.
But hey, I don't know what happened. They probably signaled, but come back, Jack. But hey, but that is a real thing. Like,
yeah.
But I mean,
do you automatically think that he's out cheating?
Yes.
But exclusive. To go back to your thing, when the man tells you, I wouldn't have done what you would have done, I mean, they're telling you the truth. What they're saying is you stayed and took me back through some shit that I wouldn't have took you back for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they say. You had the choice to leave, but you didn't. And so, like, either don't look at it. Yeah.
Oh, so, no, it was because TK, look, see? That's why I saw the thing going. I'm like, damn, we losing people one at a time. We getting snatched into the universe or something. Let me make sure is my eyebrows straight on.
I did watch.
You look okay. Your bonnet tight.
You watched the Spider-Man movie?
I did watch the Spider-Verse today. I watched that.
Oh, that's what's up. Did you like it?
Man, I'm a fan of Miles Morales. Man, I was a fan of him in the game and in the comic book. So
that's what's up.
Nice. Yeah, he's fire, and I even like that soundtrack too. So I've been listening to the soundtrack, Metro Boomin, and all that. I'm fangirl for this, and that's my favorite Marvel character. So let's get it right. Tobey Maguire, the OG.
I don't know if you knew this, but I started watching that movie, Triple D Revenge. It's a
never heard of it.
You know the homegirl Tara Leisha in that?
Yeah, I seen her in there.
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know that.
It's got Mo3. He acted in it.
Wow. What platform is that on?
Tubi.
Go.
Oh yeah, I seen that. But y'all have to see Triple D the movie. You know, y'all have to see the first one then before you ever see the second one.
I haven't seen. Oh, okay. I gotta check that out then. It's on Tubi, so we got Tubi.
I think we should be doing a Tubi movie. As bad as they be acting, I know we can act a little bit better than that. I'm like,
oh yeah, let's get it. I can do it. I'll do it.
We'll do something. I'll create somebody. I'll pull somebody out my ass. Who we gonna be? If I could be me, I could do that.
I'll write the script.
Oh yeah, you write the scripts.
I write scripts too.
You write scripts?
I love it.
Oh,
I used to write plays in church.
Nice.
okay. We need to write us something. Write up a script, a little
Yeah.
improv.
Yeah,
That'd be fire.
for sure.
One day I'll get
Ooh,
around to it.
you know, be fire. A motherless child.
Ooh. Ooh. Hey, say man.
Amen. Say man.
Hey man, say man. We can do it.
I think that'd be fire.
I'll give me the role. Just give me a role. I'm gonna do it.
The motherless child.
Dang.
Look, I already got a little plots and schemes about it. Look, my juice is already flowing.
Matter of fact, Finn gonna write the shit out of that because that's just like
We have Oprah in the building.
every time. Bad Mothers is his topic. So
No, it's not. That's what y'all get fucked up, man. If y'all notice the difference in what I do, man. I ask questions. Like I ask you, like, what do you mean when you say this? What do you mean? And then I ask you to clarify it, and I want to understand where you're coming from. Y'all know what y'all don't do with me? None of y'all ever ask Phineas, what's your opinion on this? Phineas, how do you stand on it? None of y'all ever do that with me. I'm trying to understand y'all, so I ask questions in a way that I can understand y'all.
well, you put a lot of input in, so we do get to know you anyway.
Yeah, but then y'all always come back and say, well, from Finn's perspective or Finn's point of view. No, it's not my point of view or my perspective. I'm asking questions to understand yours.
Oh, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna do it.
Well, here's the thing.
Just because I ask the question doesn't mean I agree with what y'all assume I think the answer should be. Doesn't mean I agree with it. It just means it's how I'm getting to understand where y'all are coming from.
And that's how we're addressing it, according to how you phrased it and under what perspective or reality you gave it to us to digest it.
That's true. There's two sides of that story.
So we don't know whether you agree with the statement or don't agree with the statement until after we've made ours. And then you say, I asked this question, but I feel this way. So you kind of leave us to raw dog our way through.
Well, no, because you the way that I do it is if you make a statement, then I'll say, okay, what about this? Or what about this? And then I give examples. And I want clarification on, okay, if you say this as an absolute, what about this situation? And so I ask qualifying and clarifying questions. And then how y'all take those questions. I never said this is how I feel. I never said this is what I think, and nobody ever asked me how I feel or what I think.
Well, we feel the same way when you say that we said stuff that we didn't say, and we'd be like, "But Finn, I never said that."
Yeah, I did that once.
Hey, I just figure you like to be the devil's advocate and stir shit up. I don't actually shit.
But
okay, so
I do like to ask the hard questions, and I like to get people thinking and talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
no doubt.
So I just let you stay in your lane, my brother.
Right on.
Period. Because you can't hold that position soft. So shit.
No,
it is what it is.
Hey, I love it. So why change? I mean, but if you would like for us, but hey, I like the way.
Watch, every time I'm like, is that how you feel, Finn?
Right. So what I'm hearing is because I need.
And I'm gonna say, fuck no, fuck them deadbeat ass. I'm gonna say that.
Okay,
but then I'm gonna say, when I say Happy Father's Day, they already know they're not included in that. I don't have to bring attention to them. I don't have to say only to them. No, when I say Happy Father's Day, I mean it to the ones that deserve it.
But you have delusional people out there, though.
Say what's understood don't got to be explained. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's it.
But what about the delusionals?
Let them continue to be delusional. They're going to be that way anyway.
I was going to say, guess what's not going to change a delusional person's mind?
Okay.
It ain't.
Yeah.
You're right, but it might touch one person. Like, oh, man, I am a really shitty person. Might just hit that one person.
And even if that be the case, it won't be the motherfucker you was aiming for.
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
You be checking for that motherfucker when he watching.
I know they wasn't talking about me.
Look,
they turned it off. Shit,
Put my
they ain't talking
name
about
on
me.
it. They ain't put my name on it, so it ain't
Man,
on me.
they ain't at me, man. Please.
Bruh.
so
They
my
be knowing.
question. Okay, let's just switch. Let's switch the topic real quick. So,
Yeah,
you
why
know,
these women so scandalous? Let's get to the real topic.
him and this
Which is
scandalous. I don't understand. I don't get it. Look, well, fuck it. Let's talk about it. Women, why are y'all so scandalous? And Spin, this is
First of
Spin.
all, who is y'all? And what is
scandalous. Okay.
scandalous?
He's saying all of y'all, all three of y'all, Don,
Um,
exclusive, Nick. He calling y'all scandalous. How do y'all feel about that?
so who is all y'all? And what is scandalous? And what?
What gift box is this that he trying to put
Who
me in?
said,
I'm confused.
I really don't know. I'm trying to figure that out too, man. Explain yourself.
you said this, Finn?
Yeah, it's the same thing since the first episode. I said the topic was going to be why these women so scandalous, and I keep it going. It's funny to me, and so every time y'all ask me what the topic is, it's going to be why these women so scandalous. It's not about nothing. It's just funny.
Yeah,
It
I
is
don't know why the women that you deal with so scandalous to my brother. I have no idea.
But I'm
facts.
saying if anybody feels a certain type of way, I'm just saying, shoot, fit.
I
Well,
don't, because I'm not scandalous. So that's why I said if the ones you deal with, I don't know why they scandalous.
Yeah, you're
My
dealing
brother.
with men over here.
Sorry.
He ain't like scandalous women though. Let's just be real.
They do.
Yeah, because he like being
Look,
seduced by Medusa or some shit, don't he?
some men love dramatic ass women because they just like the thrill of it. It's like one of them get off things for them, like seeing
Yeah,
a
being
somebody.
like
He's activated.
Yeah.
I think it's manipulated. Men can be manipulated just like women can, and a lot of
Yeah.
times get manipulated by women selling them one
you
thing.
telling me you allow you to be so smart, the genius of words, that you can be manipulated by a woman?
Hell
Oh,
yeah, because a woman got gold between her legs. Any man can be manipulated by a woman. Yeah.
The artist of death.
ma'am, when I tell you pussy is a dime a dozen, it has nothing to do with pussy.
It is a dime a dozen, but
Good pussy ain't a dime dozen.
Yes,
it
good pussy is a dime a dozen.
it's a
What I'm
dime a
saying,
dozen, but baby, it makes the world go around more than anything else. But okay.
I hear you. Like I said, pussy a dime a dozen. It has nothing to do with the pussy. What I'm saying is,
What was we just talking about earlier? Sex sells. But I go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, it
I
does sell. But
apologize.
guess what? I'm not going to try to build a life with my favorite porn star either. So just because I like the way her pussy look and I get off to it doesn't mean that's who I want to spend my life with. So pussy is good pussy for a nut. Good pussy can get you some good fucking can be fun, but that's not necessarily who I want to spend my life with and what's going to trap me. Good
That's
pussy
you.
never had me pull up to somebody's house. I ain't never wanted to kill nobody because they fucked a girl.
Shit. It's so
Okay,
many.
wait, pause. So then question. So if you met your dream girl with trash pussy, would you still get with her?
How would I know she's my dream girl? If we're not sexually attracted, if we don't have that sexual
Oh,
chemistry.
okay. That answers the question just the same.
Right.
Guys.
Thank you. Hello.
That answers the question just the same. Because here's my thing. I understand. I mean, people sell good pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's a difference between that and that being good pussy, good head, a loyal shorty. She a homebody. You ain't got to worry about her in the street. She cooks, she cleans, she don't give you no grief. She about that positive vibe, positive energy, and y'all connect on a natural and supernatural level.
No, see what this is the difference I hear from y'all. Whenever it's brought up to any woman that I have a conversation with, they always bring it back to, but if she got that good pussy. But see, it's more than that, is what I'm saying. It's like women don't want to be sexualized and objectified, but then always bring it back to the sex. And it's like, no, for a man, it's more than that, because the best pussy I ever had was the pussy for everybody. It was fucking
Look.
do what to do, you gotta do it well. And I'm talking about head game off the fucking chain. She
And
knew
she
what
get whatever
did,
she wants.
and she can do whatever she
And
wants.
it makes the world go round. And some motherfuckers can't handle it. Just because you got the mental capacity don't mean everybody do. You dig?
No, what I'm saying is that's not wifey material. That's not somebody I'm going to build a life with. That's not somebody I'm going
Men are territorial. They don't give a fuck if he want to make a life with her or not. He feel like I don't give a fuck if I want to be with this bitch or not. She mine.
No, some men.
Yes, yes.
Niggas are
I don't know
exactly
what
that.
world you been living in.
Okay, I've been living in the world, this world right here, the same world that you live in. I live in as well, but I'm a
You
man.
know how
I
many
can tell you a man's
wars and
perspective
shit
better
have
than
started over a woman because a man's ego was broke because she didn't want to deal with him no more and went and dealt with somebody else. This even way back in the day. Like, come on, let's be
yeah,
real.
yeah. Humans are emotional. Humans do irrational shit. Humans do the same thing with women being possessive and shit like that. Yeah, that shit does
I
happen.
didn't say women don't. We talking about men.
I know
Right.
better than to say, oh, you know what? I just want this to be a casual relationship. I know me better. I wouldn't even set myself up for that type of failure. And if a dude came to me and was like, oh, I just want something casual, I already know not to fuck with him. Because that's not where I'm at. That's not what I'm looking for. Anything else would be false pretense. And I would be solely relying on coochie head, whatever the fuck, that he's saying he's only available for or only interested in. I would be then trying to use that to keep him longer than he even told me he wanted to be around to begin with.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Casual don't mean forever.
I get what
If you walk into that shit thinking you could change somebody, you don't get your feelings hurt.
That's
Right.
why I stood on the part that the sex is not what's trying to make a man wife you. That's what I was just saying. What I was saying was that just because you had a good sexual relationship doesn't mean it's going to be the rest of our lives together. Just because the sex good don't mean shit.
But that's not what every man wants, though.
No, nah, because I had a chick, I was talking to, she was Hispanic, Amazon, shape, like I'm telling you, she was fine. She was fine.
But you weren't sexually compatible, so it's not going to work out. So what?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she did everything, catered to me, everything. Like, she was perfect. But
Okay.
when I got the Kook was trash. I hit it one time. I'm like, maybe it was me. Then I hit it the second time. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. So like, nah. So even though she was a good ass woman, like the Kook I couldn't do it. Nah.
But
Yeah.
I think he's trying to say, like, yeah, you can stay with someone for a long time because the sex is good, but that's not just because you stay with her for a long time does not mean you were gonna wife that person eventually at the end of the day because of her sex. That's what I think Finn is trying to say. Like,
I get it.
You can throw the whole woman away if the Kook is trash.
Because let me tell you something. I have definitely overstayed my welcome in some situationships because that lane was hard to break.
Baby, if you ain't swinging, we ain't banging. Listen.
You're gonna stay
when
with
the thing was thinking, at the time it was thinking, it was hard to get away from.
Yeah,
you're gonna stay with a person for a long time because the sex is good. That's a minimum. Everybody wants good sex. You're gonna stay with that person because of the sex. But will you be able to say, I want to be with that person forever? Once you get to that aspect of it, you're gonna say it's not just the sex that I'm looking for when I'm thinking about that decision. I'm thinking about who they are as a person, what do they contribute, are they doing what they're supposed to do, all that other stuff. But that's after, like, you stay with them a long time because of sex. But the sex isn't the last determining factor on if you want to be with them forever. Because there's so many people
that be together 10, 15 years ain't married, shit, but they just can't. They can't let each other go because of it.
What I'm saying is, no, it's not just sex. That's what I'm saying. Compatibility comes in different forms. You have a sexual
if it ain't a sexual compatibility, like TK said, throw the rest away.
Yeah, but then also if y'all ain't in the same mental space, it's gonna be the same shit. What I'm saying is when you only put it into one category, I'm telling you, you got it wrong, because I done had some off the chain ass pussy that's all it was. I'm gonna get this pussy whenever she give it to me, but we ain't doing nothing other than that.
Man, Finn is full of shit. I call bullshit.
Bro, He's saying you gotta have both, because I agree. Because like you said, you can have a mental connection with someone for like, and then that y'all can be compatible that way. But then, like you said, the sex was trash. Then you're not gonna want to stay with that person. You gotta have to have both. A good.
So Ben, you telling me that you're gonna stay with a woman? A coot newt is trash?
No, I'm saying I already fucking answered that. How many times do I gotta say it's not going to that level? It's not going to that level. If we are not in the same mental capacity, if she is on the fucking spectrum,
that's not we. No. TK, I agree with you 1,000,000. He is avoiding the motherfucking question.
No, he answered the question.
No, he did not. Because
no, the answer is no. It's not going to that level. How many fucking times do I have to say it? No, I am not. If we are not compatible
mentally, if she's compatible everywhere else,
we're not going any
that's
further.
the question. If she's compatible everywhere else, is what he's saying, and y'all get
how
to
would
this.
I know
already
that?
said the very first time if the coot newt is trash, like
how would I know that?
He said,
because y'all compatible everywhere else.
Why does everybody saying the same shit? I'm saying that the answer is no. I'm not staying with somebody if we're not sexually compatible.
Okay.
You're saying about what else? What if she's a perfect woman in every other aspect? How the
he
fuck
said
would I
no.
know?
Well, I ain't hear it. I'm here. I heard it that time.
How would I know that? We're not going to get to that level. I just said that. If we are not compatible, we're not going to the next level. But I've had the people that I
but we're saying if she's compatible with you.
I get it. I get what you're trying.
Right.
He
said no.
No, I understand. It's just like when I was talking about not giving a dude the opportunity that was selling cassette tapes out the trunk. We're never going to get to a relationship level because I'm not going past you at that trunk. That's not what that ain't, you too far back. In the stage that you're in right now, I can't meet you at that level. I need something that's a little further ahead. Yeah. So we ain't gonna never get to that level for me to even fuck around and find out.
But we're not saying that. We're saying this. She's everything that he wants. Now it's time to get to the coot newt. Now she's everything she be. But you get to the coot newt. Now the coot newt is trash, but she's everything else.
Then how would I know that? How would I know?
Oh my God!
Oh, TK did reverse the question.
Yeah, he reversed.
And say that you basically fell in love with her first, then got the coochie, and the coochie was trash.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if she's everything that I want, how would I know if I have not lived with her and experienced her in the ways that I want to live with and experience somebody? We haven't got to that fucking level. We're not going to get to that level because we're not sexually compatible. It's easy. What I'm saying is simple.
And Ben saying, if you don't give me some coochie ahead of me falling in love with you, we will never fuck around and find out.
Oh no, I'm not Brian Wilson, man. No, we're not doing the wait until we're married thing. I'm not doing that. I don't do that.
Well,
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying it won't get to that next level. I mean, we have to be sexually compatible.
So you need to know closer to the beginning of the relationship if the coot newt is any good before you even decide to carry on with the relationship. So if you feeling her, then the next thing from there is to find out if the coot newt is good before like you start falling in love with her is what you're saying.
No, he's saying that he gotta have they have to be sexually compatible first before he even your contender.
So you gotta fuck this. I mean, sorry.
No. It's like we gotta fuck and we have to be sexually compatible.
At what point?
I'm gonna say this is not the way I do it, but I'm just saying I understand what he's talking about. But he's saying first we gotta be sexually compatible. Now you're a contender. Now in this pool of people we are sexually compatible with, now I'm trying to see if you have everything else. That's what I'm trying to do.
And so, like,
no, I get all of that. I'm just asking at what level, how soon? Okay, we meet. How soon after that am I even a contender? Am I even a dog in this fight? How soon do I have to pass the cootie test?
That depends on the situation, man. It depends on the receiving of time from that person, the receiving of attention from that person, is how receptive you are to me as a person. It depends on that. All that is relative to the situation and the circumstance. So I can't say it's, oh, she don't give me no pussy after 3 days. We ain't talking no more. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, after, if we've been on so many dates and I feel like we should be going to the next level and she keeps saying, no, we're not ready. Eventually I'm just going to, okay, I'm going to go find somebody who's ready. It's not going to get to that point. It's not going to get to the point where I'm in love, ready to invest my life with that person. It's not going to get there because she's not giving me the attention that I'm trying to get from her. She's not being receptive of the needs that I have.
Look, I'm not gonna hold you though. I'm with Finn. Like, if I gotta get the kudos before I even think about.
I mean, we feel the same goddamn way because we ain't trying to be stuck with no minute man. We ain't trying to be stuck with no little bitty fucking Diana sausage. What the hell?
I mean, that's cool.
Like, y'all always saying that same shit. Like, we don't be go for the same kind of stuff.
I mean, that's cool.
They have
but
to
if
say
your kudos is trash, we ain't going to a second date.
Right, and like I said, you ain't swanging, we ain't singing.
So you got to get the Kootenai by the second day. I'm way back there.
By the second date.
I know.
Look, I know this is madness. Hold on, let me explain myself. I know this madness. So the first time, I take you out. It's all on me. I'm gonna show you a good time. Treat you out. Do whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, dinner, movie, whatever. Downtown, whatever. Do comedy shows, whatever. The first one's on me. Now, before I invest in you anymore, I need to know if the Kootenai is good. Because I feel like if I invest more into this and the Kootenai is trash, I feel like I need to be reimbursed.
Oh my God, we're back here.
No, for real. I feel like
to do some of the cassette tapes out the trunk.
Okay, but what if she be like, okay, well, the next time we do something, it's on me. Then what?
But still, I still need to, because at the same time, though,
wait a minute, because you invested, and then she's investing.
Now he's saying he can't invest his time. Now he's saying
I need to see what it's like. See what that mouth do. You know what I mean? I need to see. Because you want me to invest in you. You want me to continue to check you out on dates.
So wait.
Okay,
so you taking me out on one date, was you paying me to give you pussy and head?
No, see.
So you was prepaying for some head and some coochie?
I mean, if you want to say prepaid, I mean,
basically.
I'm just saying.
So before you do it again, so you didn't take me out because you just wanted to take me out because you was actually on some gentleman type shit. You was prepaying.
No, we're not doing that. You ask that with a straight face? You think men want to go spend money on women because that's what we like to do? You don't think that men are spending money on women because it gets them closer?
That's your choice, guy.
That is a fact.
Did I ask you for it? That was your choice.
No, name one.
So how does your choice to treat me become my obligation to fuck you?
It's not. But you think a man is going to continue to want to take you out if you're not going to fuck him?
That was your choice, my guy. You asked me, could you take me out?
Yeah, and then
that's separating TK, because I'm not putting you in this category, but that's what sets women up to get raped.
No.
Niggas thinking that they prepaid for pussy.
Yeah, I get that.
Just because you took me somewhere don't mean I owe you shit, my guy. You invited me out. I'll pay for my own shit. Give me the option. If I knew I was prepaying for pussy, I would have pulled out my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
But look, you gotta check this out though. We don't have to go on a second date. Like I said, the first time is on me.
Facts.
The first time is on.
But I might want to go back out with you, but I gotta give up the sloppy topping.
Who you think I am? I don't gotta talk to you. I am him.
Okay, so if you talking about you, like I'm like, well, our next date needs to be at the motherfucking doctor's office, because if this how you always doing, I don't know what the fuck you got going on.
I agree with that shit though. I agree with that.
I need a test taste to see what it's like. What I'm looking forward to. Now, look, just check this out. I didn't. We just went on.
You can look at my DM for character references.
Look, but check this out. Just say we went on 20 dates.
Are they getting checkups? Like, are you getting sexually active? Get your checkups, because I'll show you my
Yeah.
app. Be like, my app said I'm good. Like,
Yeah, look at my mind chart. I got my results in my mind chart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're a responsible man. You're a responsible.
No, I've asked for paperwork before. I've asked for paperwork.
I like that. Let's talk. I like that on the platform. Men getting checked up.
Where's your mic chart?
No, hey, women getting checked up too. Like I said, I've asked women for paperwork. I need to see your paperwork. Here's mine.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm giving you your flowers, because men don't even know what a my chart is, TK.
Okay. They don't.
Happy right now.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Just think about it. I done took this woman out on 20 dates. You know, I'm really feeling her.
He went from 1 to 20.
Took out on 20 days. You are a sucker. You are.
Do I gotta mute the whole party?
20 dates. 20 dates.
Listen, hypothetically, I'm
20 dates.
Let's say 20.
20.
So we go on 20 dates, and I finally get the Kootenoo, and it's trash.
I didn't
20 dates. Even if you go out once a week. If you go out every fucking weekend, that's 5 months. 20 dates. And you say, okay,
I spend time going out with you. We go Dutch, so I'm paying for my own shit. Let's put it half and half. Sometimes you pay, sometimes I pay, sometimes you pay. And then I get the dick and it's little, and you bust nut like no sooner than you get there. Now what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Nigga, I done took you in front of my friends and shit, talked you up like ill. Now what?
You gonna do what you need.
You be disappointed too, my guy.
Look, exclusive. Hold up for a second. Hold up for a second. Wait a minute. Exclusive. My life not his. That's all. My life not his. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I have no rebuttal for that. But we're talking.
But you asking the same question. You saying the same thing. You're posing the same scenario to us. We're just giving you our response too. Like, bro.
But I'm just saying, like, I done went to 20 days for this trash Kootenoo. Now I feel like I'm played. You knew you had some trash Kootenoo.
We feel because they be knowing that they stuff is little and incompetent as well.
What TK?
And then they try to get you by giving you some head and thinking that that's gonna keep you.
And that be
TK, if you take a woman out on 20 dates and she ain't giving nothing up, you played yourself, my guy.
Yeah, basically.
Now exclusive. If y'all are mutually hanging out and trying to figure out when's the right time, y'all probably just hanging out to see what ifs, and that's just a what if game. You probably might or might not fuck, and then that might be a thing, and then it's a hit or miss. It don't seem like y'all are really too interested or exclusive with each other if you go on so many dates and nothing moves forward. It seems like both of you are not really trying to make that happen, because women will come get that dick if they want it.
They sure will.
I mean, I'm gonna show this. This is a fire bar. Shout out to April, man. That's a fire.
Hello, I just said that. But yeah, that's like they give you the head and think that's gonna be it all be all. Like, yeah, I got
a lot of
mouth
trash too. A lot of the head be trash. I just want to
get your ass.
I mean,
they be trash. They don't
like, all I'm saying is we be disappointed too. You know what I mean?
So is it wrong for me to let's go ahead and get it out the way by the second day, so we don't waste each other's time?
I mean, I hope you ain't. It depends on how many women you trying to go through this process with.
Like that,
be like,
like you on your sex addict game right now. What do you like? You hoping on
Russian roulette.
Now that's different when you meeting someone, talking to them, you spending time. I'm talking about after we initially go out, because I didn't pump and prime you for like a month and a half, talking to you, getting a good vibe.
You can get her to go out with you until a month and a half.
Look, listen.
You can't even get her to go out for dinner. A month and a half.
Listen. First of all, see, that's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with you. See, Finn, that's what's wrong with you.
I understand. I was following along.
You want me to pick the first day and take it out tomorrow? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not meeting you one day and next day take you out. I'm not doing that.
Bro,
I'm
the
gonna
our new generation.
And then 20 dates later, she gonna slide you some sympathy pussy because you know what? You done paid my rent for a year. I'm full, the kids full, my little side dude full, everybody eating good off TK's 20 dates, them take home dinners. Ah, damn, cuz.
look, listen, I don't care. It's gonna be some weeks,
He said,
until
it ain't tricking if you
look, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna say I ain't got
I ain't tricking. I ain't got it. So we gonna talk for 3 weeks.
On the cool though, whether you're a man or a woman, if you want to put a time frame on however the fuck you want to do it, that's your personal choice. The other person has not to go along with it. So if a woman says, I want to fuck on the first date, and then she and she goes to man because the man's not down, then that's her prerogative. If the man feels the same way, that's on them. Grown folks can make grown folk decisions. So if I talk to a woman and say, hey, by the second date, I want some pussy, and you say no, then we can part ways. Because if I'm on that type of time and you not, then we're not compatible in the ways to move forward.
That's
right on.
That's a good come full circle.
The timeline is so fast, bro. I don't even know if people make it to that month. Like they trying to move fast within that first month.
TK, he gonna get that after 6 months. After 6 months, look. No, wait.
Now I gotta flex. Hold on. Wait a minute. So look. Now I gotta flex on y'all because now you got it messed up. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about me and my beautiful wife. I'm gonna show you how cold it is. So I met my wife. We met in September 2021. Then we got married November 11th, 2021.
Yeah, ooh-wee.
Talk to me nice.
Ooh-wee.
Talk to me nice. The second week.
Wait. You was putting
so what you trying to say? We're not because you talking all this mad ass shit.
I'm just saying
because you got down on your motherfucking knee. So it sound like to me. Okay,
last I heard, her ring was 11 G's. So you broke 11 G's on that.
Look, listen, and it was worth it. What are you talking about?
Period.
Hey, where she at? So I can give her props.
Look, and it was worth it.
It ain't had nothing to do with you. Don't be trying to hype yourself up on her. It was her. Next.
I mean, yeah, it was. It was. I'm not gonna
give my girl her props. Look, okay, don't play.
Look, I ain't gonna hope it was because I'm gonna tell you. Hey, remember I told you about that chick that was all fine, did everything. Kootenai was trained.
Shout out
November 11th.
Yo, nah.
So it do matter. The do matter because if it's trash, you can put in the trash, and if it's good, you might get a ring on it.
Like Finn said, I mean that's the thing though. Like we're going back to what Finn said. Like it's like after sexual compatibility. Like I'm not saying the totality of what his decision was, but it started off sexual compatibility.
Right.
It started off like that, and that's just like reality. Like it's not like we as women have to like it, but that's just what it is.
I mean, it starts off with attraction. I'm attracted to you.
Physical attraction.
It's a mutual attraction. Then after the mutual attraction, it comes to the different kinds of sexual compatibility. If y'all can talk to each other, communication compatibility. There's all kinds of different compatibility that goes into that because she could be beautiful. We could have the same sex drive, but she could be on some dumb shit. And then I'm like, I'm not fucking with it.
Man, airhead in the skies and the clouds. Oh my God.
It's like having a nigga that with good dick and no job.
Oh Lord, the struggle.
You be like, bruh.
The mic.
Yo.
You know why he got that dick game up so good? Because he ain't got to go to work.
He ain't got no job.
Bruh. Exactly.
Hey,
boy.
That is his job, goddamn it.
That part. That part. And I'd be so because I refuse to take care of me.
See,
in this type, right where I'm at right now, I can't afford to take care of no dude. So yeah, I don't see that. So yeah, damn.
Yeah, they be having them Jody moments, boy. Them Jody moments. That's what I'm gonna call it.
That's
I can't live in that sphere, but I know a couple of guys that do.
I do too.
They just go house to house to house because women move some good dick in quicker than
no bullshit. That homosexual shit is real, and I just have never. I see my mom go through a lot of shit, struggle through a lot of shit. I've never seen her do is try to move a nigga in it. And as soon as she got him in, they was on their way to fuck out. So it's always been that. You know what I mean? Those are my foundation. I just can't. But boy, that shit be hard when it.
I heard soul ties. That shit hard.
Yeah, that's soul ties. Yeah, it's real.
Untying them ties is terrible.
So since we're talking on soul ties, have y'all ever had anyone in your life that you just couldn't get rid of, or you just couldn't let go?
Couple of them.
Shit.
So how you end up, releasing that person?
I had to block on everything.
Yeah.
Moved to Texas.
I had to cry by myself, and I had to separate.
Yeah,
crying by myself.
It ain't easy. It's hard
because the person will take advantage of how accessible you are, and so if you give access to you, they will find a way back in. And so once you cut off that access and make it difficult for them, then they're not going to take it because they didn't care enough to put in the work to keep you. They're not going to put in the work to come chase you and find you again. So when you make it hard to access you, they gone.
Right. I agree with you. 1,000%.
I know that nigga off the break, scared to fly. I just came to Texas, just period. Just I'm out.
Yeah. Make it hard. Yeah, make it hard.
I'll holler at you.
You gotta also urge yourself because you so tied to them too. So you gotta fight the urge. I'm gonna unblock right now to see if he gonna type shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I might see the text.
That'd be hard. Yeah. You be trying not to do drive-bys on their social medias and shit.
Yeah.
Which is cool. In the beginning, not so easy. But I feel like I'm a person who believes that time heals all things. You don't forget it, but time heals a lot of shit. And if you just give yourself that time.
Right.
Not in comparison to what somebody would do if they were you, or in comparison to I got over it in 2 months or whatever the fuck. You take your time will heal that shit.
Right. Go to a therapist. Talk to somebody.
Yeah, at least make it more bearable.
Yeah.
And I think a big thing is being comfortable with yourself. Being able to be alone is a very big process of moving on and moving forward. Because if you have to jump from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship, always seeking that companionship, even though it's not healthy, then you find yourself going back to what was comfortable, even though that comfortable thing ain't healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn how to be by yourself. And once you
we got Danny McFadden in the building, man. Shout out to Danny McFadden.
Wait a minute, hold up, pause. Pause. Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was like,
I was about to go so left. Carry on.
Look, I got a question.
Now, hold on. Let's go left.
I was reading those comments wrong. I read that was on me. I read the comment wrong. So I thought somebody up here was getting offended. I
got a question. Let's say you in a relationship, a long-term relationship, this is someone you truly in love with. Women. Let's say y'all separate and you see him like 2 days later with another. How do that make you feel?
Like shit. Because
like he was doing the shit the whole time. Yeah, like he was doing the shit the whole time.
So you get more motherfucking infuriated because it's like, oh, okay, so did you break up with me because something was up with me? Or whatever happened, did you create that scenario because you had something else in mind the whole time? You was cheating? Like, should I bust you in your shit? Like, it's a lot of shit. That's a lot of stuff. It's dangerous.
So if this say y'all, you in the mall and you and your dude just broke up like a day later, and you see him walking around in the mall with a chick, are you gonna walk up and say something, or you just gonna act like you don't even see him?
I'm sorry, because first of all, if it's a day, you the timeline you just gave a day. I was just with your ass. Yeah, I'm gonna speak. I'm not the type that really makes a scene, but if I was just with you, yeah, we gotta talk about that shit, bro.
What would
I'm not
you
even
do?
going to argue at first. I'm
What
just
would
going to
you
walk
do?
up and be like, "Hey, yo, what's good?"
What's
If
good?
the girl
Mr.
looks like she
TK?
know me,
Nah, bro. I just
What would
if
you do,
Shorty
Mr.
looks
TK?
like she's not surprised, both of y'all
Right.
can get it.
Bro, literally, you're not gonna play me, bro. That's playing me.
What about you, Mr. TK? You broke up and the next day you see her out with another dude. What you gonna do, my brother?
Oh, I mean that happened to me though.
What'd you
So
do? What'd you do?
elaborate.
Look, when my ex, me and her separate 3 days later, she was with another dude. She was sending me pictures, and I'm like, oh, okay, congratulations.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, I say, I'll go. I hope you be a whore to him like you was to me. I mean, I wasn't tripping
But you
because
said she you pictures, so y'all wasn't in the same vicinity.
no,
Okay, cool. Because I mean, in our scenario, we in the same vicinity, so I'm checking it. But if you send me pictures, what am I gonna do? Pull up? Like, it's not worth it, bro.
And so I'm like, with me, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But you know what? Like with me, never mind. That's a different. That's you know,
For real.
don't give him too much. All
look,
right.
because like with me, like I had someone that saying that what after I left 2 or 3 hours later. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Bro, you wrong, bro. You
That's
wrong.
cool. I am him. Just because one bus stopped don't mean another bus gonna come. Like I'm him. So
Anybody can do.
options.
Let's be for real. Sex is available to everybody, so
Well,
we
it
all.
is.
I can hit up Tyrone, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
after I break up. Everybody do that. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So a question to the women. So you feel like if he move on like the next day or the day after, you feel like he was never into you like that?
No, it's not even that. Is he already had somebody else that he was
Yeah,
planning on being with anyway?
yeah.
Or had already been being with, and maybe he just was tired of juggling or anything. Like whatever. I don't know.
Nah, because
I don't know
sex
what his thoughts.
for guys. So if he's having sex right after we break up, it's not because he didn't. I'm just in. For me, it's not because he didn't love me. He's just fucking
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'm different in here because if I go out and I see the ex with somebody new, shit, that just solidifies the reason that she's an ex.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
There's no need for you to let it fucking enter my brain and live rent free in my fucking head because you can have her. Like that's it.
Also,
I mean that's true, but like at the same time,
it's
like
the manner of the disrespect.
it still will fuck with you in some kind of way mentally.
I'm not saying it won't be hurtful or I won't feel a certain type of way about it, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get involved in that. I mean, I'd have been in some shitty situations that almost led,
Yeah.
and so it's like why even get to that level? I mean, if she gonna do it, she gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna stay the fuck out of it. Like I told the one girl, man, you ain't gonna get me killed. You'll get anybody else killed, but not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna get. I'm sorry, bro. I want to be the the person and shit. But
everybody says, like, I just want to talk.
I've done that, but it's just I've addressed every situation. Like not like the crazy ones where like I don't need to be there. I don't need, like if it's certain places where I don't need to be, I'm not gonna put myself in no crazy situation. But if it's where I feel
where the crazy situation is gonna come from. Like you could see them out at the mall, you could approach her on some, oh, who is this bitch? And she pull out a fucking pistol on you. You don't know what that other person's on.
and I would not do that. I would not do that. When the situation he was talking about a day like that time frame, that would fuck my head up. I would go crazy.
you know why? Because women are crazy.
And that's fine.
Men, we cool. We can like, all right, whatever. But women, y'all crazy. Y'all think to the next level. Y'all go
I do.
bonkers. And so y'all lose all type of sense of your mind.
Let me tell you something. I ain't had a man put motherfucking candy in my fucking gas tank, flatten my fucking tires, throw eggs on my motherfucking car. Female shit. So we crazy?
Who taught him that? Who taught him that?
I don't know who taught him that. I'm not his mama. I'm not his daddy. I'm not his parent.
From a female.
But that's what he did.
But that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to
He put a lollipop in your gas tank?
No, a Snickers.
Oh, he put a Snickers. Oh.
Yes.
Damn.
A Snickers bar.
Like a fun, are you talking about the fun size or like a full
No,
bar?
it was the big fucking the big one. I had to go get my tank dropped, okay?
I mean, if he was feeling that kind of hangry, man, he's not himself. He should have ate that motherfucker.
Maybe so, huh? Listen, I done been through. Y'all be talking about. So I try to keep myself to myself because myself always can get myself in some fucked up situations.
This is a good question. What is the craziest things your ex have done to try to keep you?
Kill himself.
Damn, that's like, see, that's always the most even this.
Listen.
Damn.
So.
Yeah. Now I don't want no cool that I won't feel like I gotta kill myself after. Like,
like 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna do it anyway. They be stunting like a motherfucker. It's fair time. Narcissistic ass behavior.
Right. You ask.
They probably ain't even really gonna do it, or they'll at least go to the extreme to make it look like some shit, but they ain't ready to go for real because that would take them away from hassling the fuck out of you.
I went to the
They
house.
too narcissistic to be suicidal. They just want you to think this shit.
Went to the house. He was all passed out. Took a whole bunch of pills and alcohol. I had to call 911.
Girl.
I'm telling y'all, like I didn't.
I ain't calling 911, but yeah, now suicide.
Yeah.
And then acting like they're gonna do something ridiculous to possibly get arrested, so you'll try to intervene and calm them down and shit like that.
April, I had the same thing. That too, with another ex, leaving notes on my mama door, writing notes to my mama. Yeah. Oh my god.
Is that
I ain't gonna lie.
Nope.
I had to call mama before. I did have to do it, but mama started that relationship because mama used to call me when she wasn't able to reach the daughter. So when me and mama started that relationship. So when daughter started being unreachable to me, I'm calling mama like, have you heard from her? So yeah, shit.
Look, let me say the craziest thing that I have encountered. When I was in school, I was talking to said person, and I was trying to cut it off with her. You know, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you no more. And she was like, fine, I'm finna jump off the bridge. I'm finna jump off of Lake Ray Hubbard. She took off running. So like with me, I'm like, so I called her parents. I'm like, look, I don't know what to tell you. Your daughter says she's finna get ready to jump off Lake Ray Hubbard. You might want to catch her because she's running down the street. So I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. So look, hey, go get your daughter before she fly, because Lake View was known for people committing suicide, like Ray Hubbard. So I took that very serious. Like, look, you might want to go pick her up before she take that leap of faith.
Damn.
Yeah, so I can have some time.
Yeah.
So.
No bullshit.
They get that.
Dudes be on they shit.
They do.
You get one or the other. You get that all or none. You get the ones that fake it. Like I said, the narcissists. You get the ones that's just dramatic as fuck. Right. The ones that take it to the next level. All of that other shit. And 9 times out of 10, they the ones that fucked up. Like, and they don't even intend on doing no better.
Right. They just want to keep you with, like you said, the manipulation.
Stockholm syndrome
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Look, so let's flip that question. What is the craziest things you have done to try to stay in a relationship?
What the crazy thing I've done?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a crybaby, so I'm gonna cry. I'm cry hard, like all night.
So that's the most craziest thing you done? Just crying?
Crazy.
The craziest thing I've done, I would say, would be forgive something that shouldn't have been forgiven. So
Yeah, I would say that I would agree with you there, Finn.
I would say accepting and trying to move forward with something that I knew
Yeah,
that to do. So I think
yeah,
that'd be good.
yeah. I would agree with you there too on that one. Same thing. Agree. Yeah, forgiving something that shouldn't have been forgiven.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Damn, that's some deep shit. That's deeper than what.
That or letting the situation make you like, for me, letting the situation make me think less of myself. That's the craziest shit I have done. Because I feel like whatever the fuck I took out of it in war, it took longer to take off than it should have. Well
Yeah.
past leaving that motherfucker.
Right.
I was like body paint.
But I think that's just a characteristic that some people have. Like I'm really empathetic, and so like even when I have conversations with y'all and y'all misconstrue something or take it at adverse sides to what I'm saying, you know, I go back and I think very introspectively about it. Like, okay, where was the miscommunication? So I do that in almost any interaction I have with people. Is I come back and look through how I could approach things better, or if I even want to. And
Yeah, and you know, people that you with, they know that about you. You know what I'm saying? And they use it against you.
yeah, they will manipulate that, and then they'll know. And so, like, I think the last breakup I had, I told her like, man, you are not doing your part, and like I'm about to leave. And I told her, and because she wasn't, and this had been like over a 6-month period of me saying the same thing, like you're not even doing the bare minimum of what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
and 6 months of me continuing, still being the stand up guy, but 6 months of like, man, I'm about like you got very little time to get your shit together, or I'm gone. And then the next day she calling me up telling me everything that's wrong with me, and that, you know, she's got these problems and that it's my fault that this is where it's at. And, you know, of course I'm going to take it back and think like, God damn, let me look back. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
And all that. But I mean, that's just a way to kind of keep her guilty conscience clean and not
Yeah.
not holding herself accountable, but trying to put the blame on me.
Yeah,
And
script. That's an old school there. Like flip the script. That's like
but then it's okay because, you know, it was heartbreaking. So I went back to the house and I sat with that shit for, you know, probably took me a month to deal with that shit and work through that shit with myself. And that's fine. She'll probably over
Hey,
the next.
Finn, hold up.
Yo,
Hey, bro, you cool? You good? You okay? Because she just said she tried to hit someone with a car. That's the craziest thing that she had tried to do.
Oh, I didn't did that before. I
What?
almost
Y'all
hit my
good?
kid's daddy with a car.
What? Oh,
Cause
no.
he was doing. I was young, okay. First off, but he was doing like just some.
that's still
He did some.
Allegedly.
He did some. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't, you know, he's still here, so we know I wasn't sexual, but.
This is not.
But he took me to, he pushed me to that point, you know what I'm saying? Like my kid's daddy was like my first like serious relationship, you know what I'm saying? I met him when I was 18, you know what I'm saying? We didn't break up till I was 25 when I just was tired of the whole shenanigans. So, you know, yeah, I went through some stuff with him. I did some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, man, if I'm ever in a relationship and this has happened to where I feel like I'm about to get violent with that person, I'm leaving.
yeah.
If you bring me to a place where I want to attack you, I'm not there. I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Right. And that's definitely something, of course, that I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was like my first real relationship. You know, I met him when I was really young. So, you know, I've learned something from every relationship that I've been in, you know what I'm saying? And how to be, you know, I've grown. I've tried to learn my lessons, take what I can, no matter how negatively things may end or may end or may not have ended. It was something I could always take and learn from everything. So,
Right.
yeah. But definitely at this age that I'm at now, I don't give a boy. You come home and I'll be gone. All my shit be gone and me. Listen.
And that's all I'm saying, because I can definitely tell you, I started with the Ike and Tina. You know what I mean? And before I was ready to get into that again, Like you could have literally paid, like, I swear on the Bible type, this person would never. And the first time that he did, it was like, yeah, it's time for me to go.
Right.
Because in order for, I couldn't even fathom the amount of damage I would do just off of the shit I haven't gotten out my system from that tried it. So yeah, you got to go, and I'm about to move to Texas. Like, it was that serious for me.
Yeah.
Like, leave my whole family and everything type serious, because I can't even fucking imagine that you would put your hands or throw something or hit me. Like, I cheating, lying, like,
yeah,
I would have even went with that first, like, but yeah.
I feel you, because I had to put one in jail before for thinking he could put his hands on me. So I know.
I have put a chick in jail before too. I have. Yeah, I called the police. Sent her ass straight to Lulu.
Right, straight. And he was in there for some years because yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh yeah, it was not a good situation. So I get it. I done been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Understood.
So I be feeling. I feel you.
No. But you know what though? What I come to understand from me being in relationships and stuff like that, like I really grew a lot. I've grown a lot. And I'm like, damn, if I would have got together way back then, I probably would have been in a different situation. Cause I was a whole ass nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I would, like, I don't know what the hell
I was a whole ass nigga.
Like,
hey, he said he know. Hey,
I don't know what these women saw in me. Like, I was like, I didn't give a fuck. Fuck you.
Ow.
It was my way or the highway. And you know, and it's like, and then when I got married, I was still single. I don't know how that worked, but you know, yeah, I was still single. So, you know, and like I was so like I didn't care so much. Like, women used to call my ex-wife and say, "Oh, your husband left his ring at my house," and I'm like, she come to me like, "Oh, so you left your ring?" And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Did I pay the rent? All right, then shut up. And like, and I was like,
you was a little asshole.
Look, I wasn't shit. And all these women that put up with that shit, like, man, shout out to y'all, because I don't know what y'all do. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers.
Shout out to y'all.
At that time, like, y'all was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't crazy. Y'all crazy.
I could not.
I'm gonna say the opposite of that. Any woman that puts up with that shit, you a dummy. Do better.
Man.
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, at the end of the day, which I gotta understand is, like, everybody got a path that they gotta follow and walk down to learn from. Nobody goes into this game knowing everything, knowing what to do in whatever situation. If anybody is saying that, they lying. But you know what I'm saying? But now, yes, if you don't learn and you keep doing the same shit, you know, the insanity shit, doing the same shit, expecting different results, then yeah, you are a dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I learned.
Definitely.
I learned my lesson. Trust me.
Yeah.
Because shit, when it get done to you, it put a whole different light on it.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, oh, that was cold blooded, but that was a good one. Yeah, you
learn from the motherfucking best.
Look,
okay, right. Look,
I had no choice but to respect. You got that.
Yeah.
That was shit like that too. So I see, I feel you. But you know, and then for me being a whole ass nigga, I recognize a lot of shit. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, I believe you. And I'm like, it was bullshit, but I'm like, that really opened my eyes.
I understand with women, most of the time, you have to really, really, really take us there. Like, women don't really come prepackaged like that for real.
No,
we capable doing some calculated shit, but it normally takes us a little bit unless you just then been burnt so much that that's just your leading point, or you just don't give a fuck. But most women will continue to let you come back to them with that lie because they want to believe the best. You know, when they walked into it, they thought the best for y'all, things of that nature. So love is blind. That's the best way I can describe it. Sometimes love is absolutely blind. And then sometimes it opens up and you like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't even realize. But initially,
fucked up. Love can
love is, I believe that love is blind in some aspects. You don't see that shit because you don't want to see it. Again, going back to you may see their potential or see the person that they presented to you. The whole time you talking to me, I'm not thinking, nigga, you lying like a motherfucker. I mean, I'm analyzing, but who thinks that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you want to think the best of them. You don't want to
correct.
think the best of them. Definitely.
Look, it got to a point where people used to tell me, "Oh, I love you, I love you." They do fucked up shit. They got to a point where I'm telling people, like, stop telling you love me. Just do right by me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Just do right by me. Let me see my actions. Stop telling me you love me, because
that's all like what Fan said. He like loyalty over love.
Fuck love.
Yeah, he said he want loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck love. Love get a knife in your back. Loyalty is something that lasts forever.
Yeah,
fuck
definitely.
I'm still optimistic to true love.
Hey, it's real true love out there, Don. I'm not gonna hold.
It is.
I'm in search.
It is.
I'm on that path of that, bro. Watch, I'm gonna be back on the pod with with some true love shit in a minute. Watch.
Boom.
But it's just
Don. We out here.
Hey, Don, true love is out there. True love is out there. It takes work from both people.
It does. Right.
So you have to find somebody that's willing to work at it, and you got to be considerate and understanding of the person you with, and give them what they just like you want what you need. And so
that's fact. That's exactly what I did.
It's a lot of work.
That last week, I think. That's what I said. Man,
because there might be
around me, bro. Don't get around me if you're not trying to work.
Yeah, but I mean, there might be a period where y'all don't get a fucking along, where y'all don't like each other, and it could be like 2-3 years where you just don't even want to be in the same room with each other. But the only way it's gonna last forever is if you work at it to make it last forever.
Exactly.
Right.
And that shit.
Make it last forever.
You in my head. Get out my head.
I put in 10 plus years with a person, bro. Yeah.
Baby.
We was working, bro. It took a lot of work. We still not we ain't even together.
So I got a question for you, Don. You want to revisit that?
Not anymore. No, I've had.
You can't. Come on, girl.
A month ago, what happened a month ago? I can't deal with it, bro. I thought I could, bro. I'm the most considerate person. I'm the most loving and caring and agreeable type of person. Like I couldn't do it no more. I've reached my max.
Man.
Yeah, and that's we put I told you 10 plus years. In high school, we was in high school, college, into real life, living together. You know what I'm saying? Living with his moms, all that stuff. Man, no, can't do it. Can't do it anymore. And it's because of the work aspect. I felt like I was doing all the work. Not finna do that.
So, Nikki Royale.
Yes.
When was it when you realized, like, okay, I need to let this go? How long did it take? How long did it take for you? Because, all right, with some, I would say
when I get to the point where I feel like I'm starting to hate you, I gotta go. That's just real motherfucking time.
That's real.
Cause that shit, that's when it. Then
I got it. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
When you literally just don't give a fuck.
Right, because then that person in me, that character in me that I try to keep down is gonna come out, and I'm gonna get real disrespectful.
And now you gonna start treating them, that's real.
I'm not gonna give a fuck about what I'm saying to you, how I'm saying it, what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna go below the belt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna strive for it because I want you to feel how you made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's real shit.
But you know, words don't hurt you like that.
Petty. Tit for tat ass shit. That shit's petty.
It's not tit for tat because at the end of the day, you was doing everything you was doing that whole time, and you brought me to that point So it ain't gonna be no tit for tat because I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say, and I'm gonna be done with it, and I'm not gonna give a fuck about nothing that you trying to say, and I ain't gonna be trying to hear it either.
No, I get.
Hold on, Phil. Fuck that. What you ain't no tit for tat? It wasn't no tit, it wouldn't be no tat. What are you talking about?
What I'm
We're not
talking
gonna do
about.
that. If you punch me in my face, you think I'm not gonna punch you back? You cool? Yes, it's gonna be some tit for tat. You do some fucked up shit, yeah, it's game on. What the fuck you talking
Right? Yeah, you started the game.
Yeah, that's
game on? Shit,
And
we in the game. Put me in the game, coach. I got you.
Guess what game? Guess what game I do? I just turn the motherfucker off. If it get to that point, it's that.
That's what you said. You leave because
Yeah, that's what
gonna get to that
I was
point.
agreeing with you until TK got on this bullshit. But yeah, I was saying that. What I'm saying, the
I'm done.
yeah, he agreed with Dickie, fam. He agreed
with me.
what I'm saying is when you let somebody take you to a place just to get revenge, I'm saying that's petty. I'm saying it's petty if you go to that place and allow that to happen. That's petty. I'm saying that's the tit for tat. That's emotionally childish. To me,
but
it's
call me
emotionally
petty Phil. You understand? I don't care. Call me petty.
Okay, so what I'm saying like this is I've been in an abusive relationship. The person put their hands on me. If I ever felt the time that I was about to put my hands on her, I'm leaving because it's not going to go good for me or her.
Right.
I'm going to go to prison, most likely, for beating her, even though she fucking started it. Even though she hit me first. Even though she slammed my hand in the car door and drove off, dragging me down the street. Even though that happened,
I'm calling my motherfucking sister at that point. If I'm I'm calling my goddamn sister.
If I react in any type of way,
about to get her ass whooped.
If I react in any type of way, I'm getting in trouble too. So I'm leaving. I'm not going there with you. Ain't no petty revenge. I'm getting the fuck out your life.
You got that mental stability we all want. Okay, so I'm gonna say you got that mental stability we all strive.
Yeah, because I'm going to jail and they drag me. I'm let my hand and drag me. Oh, I'm like this by the end of the night. MA 022379. My God. You put my hand. Is this the sound? Where my dimple? Man,
we tip tight.
Yeah.
Fingerprint. All that.
Hats off to you, cause
hats off, man.
Look, that's our next poem. We should write tit for tat.
I'm down.
They say get down or lay down, goddamn.
Look, baby.
Man, I even put that in one of my poems. So in one of my poems, I said, as I've grown, I've come to the realization the sweetest revenge is not participating in the behaviors that I've hated.
Yeah, you
becoming what I hated in you. That's going to you, becoming you. No, my sweetest revenge is not doing that. I'm gonna be better than you, and I'm gonna forever be better than you. And you can live with your choices, and you can live with your actions, and I'm gonna do better every time.
Right.
And everything I do, I'm gonna be able to stand toes down on my shit.
Listen, I got a voicemail on my phone
off
right now.
Yeah, that's not going to end up pleasant at all. There's nowhere I'm walking away from unless I didn't pass down the ambulance had to carry me. But my guy, you slam my hand in the door and proceed to hit the gas. Oh, I'm on your ass.
On your ass.
Somebody gonna come see you.
No, is the sweetest revenge.
I survive it. Oh, I'm on your ass.
Somebody gonna come see you.
I got the other hand trying to open the car door so I could get in there with you. We may crash because I'm not even going to give you a chance to pull over. Are you kidding me?
Exclusive. I'm going to tell you how it goes down. This is how it goes down. When your hand gets caught in that door, your initial thing is, let me the fuck out this door. You're banging on the window. You're going for the door handle. That bit's locked. The motherfucker locked. Now you start begging. You start like, hey, come on now, let's talk about this. Open the fucking door. You start pleading and shit. Then when they hit the gas, then you're like, oh fuck. Then when you get loose, they drive the fuck off. So you don't have that instantaneous, I'm on your ass.
Yeah, because just you like
It's shit.
I mean, no doubt about it. But that's an accident, right? Did you just describe an accident?
No, it's not an accident.
it was purposeful.
They did that on purpose. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I mean, you can pull off, but eventually you got to circle the block or something.
I'm gonna catch you.
Oh, she came back the next day and tried to.
No, but that was the day I battled her shit because
I tried to get back in the house talking about she don't remember, she was drunk. She don't remember, and I don't give a fuck how drunk you are. You got about 2 minutes to get your shit up out this house.
Oh, well, then we tit for tat. If
No.
that's the case, because I'm gonna bat you in your shit then, and then I didn't remember either. Fuck out of here.
It's different for you. If I had went tit for tat after the fact, I would have went to jail. Then where would I?
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that I would have, before you even came on the porch. Yeah.
It was an interesting night.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's gonna be an
Sounds like it.
morning.
Dang.
Okay, y'all. Well, I'm about to go. I gotta eat. I cook. I ain't ate no food.
Yeah,
yet.
we like 2 and some change in. So yeah.
Yeah, almost 2.5 hours in.
That's the longest pod.
Hey,
Is this the longest?
Hey, no, it's not the longest. But before we leave, Miss April Martin, what size shirt you wear? Because I have a shirt for you that you can inbox me your mailing address. I can mail it to you. But I want to say thank you for your appreciation because you've been down in the comment section, coming up here, being a part of the podcast, and I just want to show you Poetry Life our appreciation by sending you a shirt to saying,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you for being a part.
Medium.
Must be nice. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Must be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a
Scandalous.
April, you've been down. You've been holding this shit down, and we do appreciate you. I'm just saying, it must be nice.
being a hater.
Does Finn got his shirt? You need to ship him.
No, I ain't got shit.
Hey,
It's all right.
I thought he might have got them when he came down here. I ain't even thought shit else on it,
Listen,
man.
I know what shirt you want, and I'm gonna make that shirt exactly how you want it. So I'm gonna give you, a special made shirt for you for the champ.
Special delivery.
John Champ on the back too.
Look,
Let's get into them
y'all gonna
jerseys.
be special. But I just want to show my appreciation for April Martin for being a part of Poetry Life. Interacting, being in the comment section, showing love. And I understand time is valuable. So I just want to say thank you for your time, and we appreciate you from Poetry Life.
For sure.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Come up
So,
here.
before we go ahead and get up out of here, man, I want y'all to give each other y'all handles. Shout out your handles for people to know where to find you at.
That on Finny Human. It's Phineas Scientist White on Facebook, man. Buy all the merch and everybody else's plugs and YouTubes and TikToks and shit, man.
Okay, the did it done. What's up?
Yes, sir. You can catch me on my Instagram at Adonis, ADONESSS. You can catch me on Facebook at Adonis Wilburn. My YouTube channel, I just got 1,000 views, you know what I'm saying, on this last
Yeah.
YouTube channel is Awakening 222. It's gonna start popping when I get my mic.
Is
Let's get it.
And Nikki Royale, it's on you.
I'm Nikki Royale on my Facebook, Nikki Y Hurt. My Instagram is Yellow Honey 1. That's HUNNI, the number 1. Holla at me.
And we got exclusive.
shout out to everybody on the panel, everybody in the comment section. I am your girl exclusive. I am part of the Poetry Life team. I am also your host for Poetry After Dark, which comes on every Friday night at 9 p.m. Slide through whatever gift, talent, calling you got in the form of music or spoken word or just whatever, come on, hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? We love to chop it up. We love each other genuinely. So we create a home, and you're always home when you come and sit in the lounge. So come pull up with your girl. Definitely buy the merch. Support all the platforms here. You can find me on Facebook under Melissa the Exclusive. You can find me on Instagram, Melissa the Exclusive. And if you're a TikToker, then you can find me under Exclusive Reign, REIGN. Either way, if you find one of us, you'll find the rest of us because we are.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
That's facts.
That's a fact. So y'all, if y'all want to go ahead and leave, I know nigga Royale, you need to eat. You know, I know you in there whipping it work, but go ahead and enjoy yourself. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave out with a poem. If y'all want to stick around, y'all can stick around. But if not,
Good
you
night,
know,
guys.
do it. Good night, Nikki Royale. Appreciate you for coming on.
TK, I
So
want to hear the TK. I want to
Shout
hear
out
this
to Black
poem.
Jade too, because I don't know where she went.
Oh
TK,
yeah,
I
Black.
want to hear the poem that you gonna write about a month and a half until she accepts a date from you. I want to hear that poem.
She
okay,
said,
Missed the 20 dates before I asked for some pussy. I want to hear that poem.
I ain't got that type of poem because I ain't. But I ain't gonna lie, I probably have waited that long, but you know, I had a couple extra, you know, that I was young, you know what I mean? So yeah, I probably have waited that long, but not without. But you know, that's another story. But we here,
We heard.
we here. So look, I got a poem. It's mental abuse. You know, I've been working on this poem, but I'm not gonna say it from memory. But I have been working. I added a couple extra parts to it, so I hope y'all like it. So enjoy. I'd rather be a victim of domestic violence before I go through mental abuse. They say words don't hurt. Well, that shit not true. The way my heart and soul feel, how I've been lied to, fake loved, and slide through. It's even crazy when the enemy's sleeping beside you. See, I don't like this phrase, oh, you took it the wrong way, or you know that wasn't what I was intended to. See, I should have seen that coming from miles away. If I would focus on my driving, hands on the steering wheel like 10 to 2. So many people live in my head I have 10 to 2. See, I should have left their relationship like 1:50 a.m. In other words, 10 to 2. But I'm here to talk about mental abuse, and that's what I'm intended to do. Just to show you. Just because it's not physical doesn't mean it don't affect us mentally. Even weighed on me spiritually. Had me question myself like, is this the way it's supposed to be? What is loving someone properly? Is love supposed to feel like poverty? Possibly how I see it. Mental abuse is what I've been subject to ever since my younger days. Now I know why white people control the strongest slaves. Enslaved. That's how I feel. Doomed before the womb. Been talked down about like I wasn't even in the room. Conversation about my demise like here's your tomb. And just like physically, just like I have to fight physically, have to do the same way mentally. I can't let the people get the best of me. Like, here, try this. Wow, this is really good. What you put in this? I can't tell you. This is my own recipe, and that's how I should guard my mental. But I need high. But I wish it was that simple. I need higher and higher guard to protect my temple. This is the measure that I stay strong, not allowing anyone to get answers to my sanctuary. To be honest, you're brave if you in the end, because that place is very scary. To survive, you'll need 100 Bloody Marys, a Virgin Mary, a blood from an the fairy, bite from an evergreen huckleberry. See, I'm just trying to paint y'all a picture of my mind like a visionary. But mental abuse is what I gave life to. And sometimes that's worse than taking one. See, who need a gun when words can do more damage? See, they took advantage because I allowed them to, but not no more, not now, not tomorrow, not never. See, I'm in control. I'm the diamond out of the cold. I call bullshit what lies was told. I see everything clear like an open road. I look the devil in the face and told him I want everything that was stole. See, I learned my lesson being from my hand being on that stove. I just want my abusers to know that I survived because I'm still alive. I am alive. But look, mental abuse, man. Hey, but
I like
it's
that.
real. But I'm working on it. But I got it memorized before it's performing it wise. I'm gonna get that down. So because I got some real good parts that I've been working on. So probably the next time y'all see me, I'll have it down pat.
And that's
"Oh,
and
good."
that's and that's real shit. And a, a topic for another time, man. That
Yeah.
that mental abuse for men is way worse than being hit. man. Like it's I can go out and have a good fight just for the fucking fun of it, but being tore down mentally,
Oh yeah.
that's some shit, man.
Well, you
That's
feel that way too. Shit.
gotta hit that
Look,
time.
but look, that's a good topic to get into next Sunday. But you
No
know,
bullshit.
until
How our stuff turned out yesterday?
look, fire.
Have you watched it?
Look, I had uploaded. Yes, it's gonna be fire.
Ooh,
It's
bet.
gonna hey, exclusive. Shout out to exclusive.
Yo, she did good. She did.
She like on camera. That thing look good on camera.
I was
Shout
good.
Does it?
Yes, it
it
looked
look
good.
on camera.
Okay, good.
So
Cool.
shout out to you.
Yay. I'm
I don't
nervous.
Y'all talking about, so I'm going to bed.
You ain't asked either, Finn.
But you know, we out of here, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know it. So you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. Poetry Life. We out. Yeah.